All right, Anthony on Air podcast. Happy 420 to you and yours. This is the special 420 show. Frankie C, J Sabs here with us. We are going to be partaking in the 420 festivities right now as we speak, actually. So this is not going to be a podcast like all the others that we typically do. We're not really hitting the day's events. As you can see from our bit of topics here, which we'll go over in a second, it is all 420 related. Now, Janine, or as I like to call her, my supplier, she procured these, and I got to be honest with you, I'm concerned right off the bat. Like,
you're already.
Do they not look like good quality?
I just thought I was going to get like some sort of medical grade, New York State approved. This looks like it fell off of a Grateful Dead truck. These things. It says OG Bears on it, for the love of God. I mean,
what did you think? You thought you were going to get something with like the prescription logo on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
RX.
Thought I was going to get that Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson gummy. I wasn't sure which one.
Right.
But,
Pfizer, you got to take two of them.
So,
you don't want the Johnson & Johnson gummy, believe me.
So you guys are doing gummies.
Frank is not.
I'm just getting drunk.
What is it that you're drinking?
Well, I already had one. This is margarita number 2.
Oh, it smells like garbage. Does it taste like garbage?
Basically just tequila and margarita mix.
All right, Janine, do you? If I'm going to eat a larger portion than half of this, do you bite the head or the feet?
Ooh.
What part of the 69 do you eat? The 6 or the 9?
The 9.
The 9?
Is that what they're shaped like?
No, they're shaped like a little bear.
Oh, so what are you talking about? Oh, I get it. So you bite the head off. I don't want to hear you chew that, so let me know when you're done.
I hope your parents are not watching the show. And I hope my future employers are not watching the show.
We're definitely going to talk about that to start, for sure.
Oh, God.
This tastes like... Actually, it tastes like weed. I'm not chewing in the mic, Frank. You can listen. I'm not.
Does it taste like weed smells?
It does.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm eating a Dave Matthews concert.
Oh, my God.
What does it taste like?
A Dave Matthews concert.
Was it? Oh. Like you lick the bottom of someone's moccasin from a Dave Matthews concert?
You know what it tastes like, too? Like if you were to like suck on an orange rind. A little. It tastes rindy. So we had Easter by my house, and my uncles, who I love dearly, are super supportive, and they listen to the podcast all the time.
Do they
Love
really?
you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God, I feel bad for them.
They don't have taste in anything, so they really love the show. But
bastards.
But my the rest of my family, this is futuristic technology to them still. Like my mother and father, like they've seen it. Like my dad was on and he watched the one that he was on. Also quite egotistical of them, if I could also be totally honest. He only watched the episode that he was on. So a little bit, in his own head there.
Did he put it on while him and your mom were doing it?
I think so. I heard noises coming from their room that evening.
That's gross.
Yeah. Well,
because you don't want to watch a video of your son while you're doing it.
Yeah, but it was mostly him. I don't even think he saw me in the frame, to be honest with you. I think he just saw himself.
Thank God.
It was like, what was that scene in that movie? It's kicking in already. I can't remember anything.
Scene in that movie. Here we go. Write it. I'm going to write down all the stupid phrases we say.
Remember this scene? We should record this so we have it. Remember that scene in the movie with the guy? No.
Yeah.
Christian Bale when he plays the serial killer. What's that one called?
American Psycho.
I love it.
American Psycho. Remember when he's nailing the chick and he's looking at himself in the mirror flexing? That was my dad watching the podcast that night.
Looking at himself doing your mom like that. I don't know if your mom could bend that way anymore.
I hope they don't watch this one.
I hope not either.
We literally just took it, so nothing has kicked in yet. By the way, Jenny, what are we looking at here? A half hour, people say? Half hour's worth of time?
Yeah.
All right.
For a half? And is half the good amount? Like, that's the normal?
I think half is way too much. Even though it goes by weight and I have plenty of that to go around, I think a half, that seems like a lot. By the way, I took well more. I took about 75% of it. So
why would they sell them that big if you're not supposed to?
Because they're stoners. They're not good at measuring. They're like, here, we'll make it, and they have to figure it out.
I feel like drug people are the best at measuring. Isn't
I
that like
think so.
all they do?
Have you ever seen Walter White?
Yeah, every time you see any kind of drug movie or anything, they're doing nothing but measuring cups, beakers,
Anyway,
the whole deal.
let me get back to my awkward moment here. So
This story sucks, by the way.
it was
Yeah, it
Easter.
does.
Shut up. It was Easter. Can't stand you guys. It was Easter, and my uncles were talking about.
He's still telling the story.
It was Easter.
Let him finish
Okay, your
the story.
uncles are talking about what?
It was Easter, and my uncles were talking about when we were talking about doing this show weeks ago. We were like, we should do a 420 show. So my uncles were like, you guys should do it, and blah, blah, blah. And my parents were like a couple seats over, and I thought they were hearing it, so I was trying to like poo-poo the thing. And then like the next day, my mother was like, you're not smoking the pot, are you?
She didn't say that.
God.
Didn't she say it was like, you're not smoking the pot now, are you?
Did she say the pot?
Oh God, no.
Be honest. She said the pot.
She said the pot. You're not smoking the pot now, are you? So anyway, I was like, no, which was true at the time, but now is
Still is true. Well, it is true.
You're not smoking anything.
also still not smoking anything. You're right.
Are you lighting incense?
No, should I? Is that a requirement? I don't know.
Oh God, you
You're
have
asking the
Bob
wrong
Marley
person.
on in the background.
We should get some
We jamming.
Bob Marley.
We'll get sued.
That's also true. We'll
We're
get that
jamming.
copyright hit. We can't afford that.
No. Can we sing it? Is that copywritten?
No, you
If
could
we,
sing
like,
it. Yeah, that's
You
fine.
could sing it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm just wondering.
But anyway, I feel like this was all. I feel like I'm letting people down in this episode because everybody assumes I'm a stoner, and I'm quite not the stoner.
Because you're into Dave Matthews and you have a lot of facial hair?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
And you own Crocs.
I love
I
Crocs.
feel like you have a 25% stake in Crocs. In the company.
From the day I got married, I was like, this is it.
You gave up. You gave up, basically.
I think I tweeted it. You could probably go back to the day after the wedding day, whenever the hell that was. And there's a tweet there that says it's Crocs and socks time, everybody. And I've been in it ever since.
See, I haven't gone to Crocs, but I do the Skechers, slip-on Skechers. It's basically the same thing.
How fucking old are you? I mean,
But they're good. Skechers are the best.
do you wear those on the way to the mailbox to pick up your AARP magazine?
Oh my God, no, guys, no.
What's wrong with Skechers? I love Skechers. They're so comfortable. I don't wear them like when I hang out. Like I wear them around the house, or if I go outside and take a walk with the dog.
That's how you can tell you no longer rely on anybody. You're not longer worried about having anybody be attracted to you when you're like, but they're so comfortable.
My wife is so attracted to me with those
your
Skechers
ass.
on.
My
good,
wife. All right. So anyway, we have some fun stoner topics to go over. Like, is there a God? And is it Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Oh God.
I also have 30 stoner thoughts. It was an article I found, and I read the first stoner thought, and I was like, this will do. So I don't know if the rest of the 29 are
Oh
good.
God.
The first
30
one
seems
is killer.
high. 30 seems like a high number.
There was one that was 79 thoughts. I was like, that seems like a lot. I don't know if we have a full enough show for that.
That seems not possible.
Yeah.
Is that
I don't
an
know.
oxymoron?
I don't know.
Stoner thoughts?
And then before that, before we all get in a frame of mind, best stoners of all time and best stoner movies of all time. Which one do you guys want to start with?
We'll go start from the top.
That's what she said.
Okay. Best stoner of all time.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I do have a lot of thoughts. I feel like we have some Janine, are you okay? I feel like we're losing Janine already.
No, I've been having this headache right here.
Oh.
Is a gummy a good way to get rid of that, or not?
I don't
really?
know. I don't know.
We're about to
We'll
find
see.
out. Now, I just took mine. Frank's, how many cocktails are you in there, Frank?
1 1/4, I guess.
So
He's 1 1/4 coxswain.
That's
Right.
that's
But
second.
this is a big glass.
That second one in.
This is number 2.
Okay. Yeah, that does look like a double. And Janine, when did you take yours?
I can no longer deny or confirm.
She took it recently. She took it about a half hour ago, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. About half an hour ago. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's gone.
All right.
Best stoner of all time.
Best stoner of all time. Here's
wanna kick us off?
our list of consideration. Do you want me to read them all, or should we just go?
I thought we'd come up with them.
Okay. All right. Because I have a couple of thoughts, but Frank, I'll yield to you since you seem in control.
No. I'm just trying to. I thought we were gonna like see who we had our favorites or something, but I have like two that come up to the top of my mind. I don't know if he was a stoner, but he certainly acted like one in all his movies.
Oh my God, who is this?
Pauly Shore.
Oh God.
Is he a
I
stoner?
don't know.
I'll tell you what. That's out of the park, my friend. Because he never even occurred to me, and that's a great one.
Me neither. Because I don't even know who Pauly Shore is.
Come on, stop that. So honestly, though, he never really talked about weed or anything in his movies. I don't think
He was just dumb.
He's always he's kind of spacey. He's wearing the hippie clothes, and he's always eating like burritos and stuff, and he kind of fits the vibe. But he's never seen doing any of that stuff.
It's such a great one because you'd never see him partake or even allude to partaking, but yet he's a complete. It's totally obvious he is a stoner in all his movies.
Love his. I mean, Encino Man was just amazing. It was such a great movie.
Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
It was the 90s.
I want to break this down, but I feel like Janine is annoyed. Doesn't want to talk about Pauly Shore
What is going on, Janine?
I just can't believe Pauly Shore.
You're
I
in
just
a
can't
rough
even believe
mood.
that.
I was gonna say that nobody has gone on a run like Pauly Shore has in the 90s. Like he went on and
What happened to him?
Well, now he's doing. He does what's it called? Cameo.
Yeah.
I follow him on like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and he's not making a bunch of movies or anything, but he's got a following. It's still entertaining.
I think I'm like a obsessed Pauly Shore person. I'm just looking at these list of movies.
Jury Duty, underrated. I feel.
Well, here let me go through the order because again, I feel like for a while there he was untouchable. I think it was before Jim Carrey went on his big epic run, right?
Sure. Well, Jim Carrey was early 90s too. I feel like they're around the same time.
All right. Encino Man was the big first one, right?
That was great.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Love that movie.
Then Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law.
Huge.
Yeah.
In the Army Now. Was big.
That's a great movie. I grew up with that movie. That's such a good movie.
Jury Duty and Biodome. That's 5 in a row. Those are massive movies.
I feel like each one of those movies is its own cult classic.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all the same movie.
They are.
They are not.
They are.
Encino Man and In the Army Now. How is that the same movie?
They're the same. They're basically the same movie.
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
It's like here comes Pauly Shore. Something happens, then Pauly Shore stuff ensues. That's basically the script for all those movies.
Yeah, but he's the main star in the Army Now. He's the co-star in Encino Man, and it's all different stuff. I mean, the Army stuff. He was a little more serious, but not.
I can't believe you remember those movies because I couldn't tell you the premise of each one. Encino Man, that's the one that with Brendan Fraser's in that one, right?
Yes.
Brendan Fraser, Sean Astin.
That's it.
Brendan Fraser's a thought-out caveman, and they're in California, and he goes to high school and stuff.
Wheeze the Juice. That's where Wheeze the Juice is from.
The Weasel.
Wow.
I tell you though, I love.
What did you just do?
That's
what he used to do.
Do you do that to your wife? Like, on a certain part of her body?
Possibly.
That's one of his closers. It's called the Weasel. That's what he uses in bed to close.
I don't disclose my. A magician never reveals his tricks.
You're not disclosing the closer? Is that what you're saying?
Oh God.
I guess so.
Right.
I loved Son-in-Law though because, again, one of the greatest actors of all time is in that movie, Lane Smith.
I love Lane Smith.
Lane Smith.
Who?
Janine. Did you ever see?
He's the coach in Mighty Ducks. Yeah, the opposing coach in Mighty Ducks. He's the other lawyer in My Cousin Vinny.
Okay. You're right. I just didn't know his name really.
He was great. Identical.
Lane Smith is the greatest actor of our time, right underneath Brando.
Shore.
It's Brando.
Mhm.
No, I would put Lane Smith above Pauly Shore. It's Brando, Lane Smith, and then Pauly Shore, and then Pacino and De Niro. There's Lane Smith right there.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's the greatest of
What?
all time.
Wait, are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right?
You know who Brando is, right?
Yes, he has to be kidding me though, right?
I'm kidding about the
Yeah,
order,
he's
but
kidding, he's kidding.
I'm not kidding about my love for Lane Smith. Like, you think about it,
Really?
everything that he is
was the
in
best.
is spectacular.
R.I.P.
Is he still alive?
No, he's not.
No, he died a couple of years ago, I think.
Really?
Yeah. 2005.
R.I.P.
Oh,
That's a
well.
long time ago. 16 years ago. R.I.P. Lane Smith.
Yeah, the greatest. Just the greatest.
What about McConaughey?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, he
before we
definitely-
move on, though, I have to tell you that
Alright.
what's her name from Son-in-Law is the hardest ever. Carla Cugino. Doesn't get enough.
Oh yeah, you said you liked her before.
Have
know
I
you
said that
you liked her,
before?
right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you have.
Janine, you got to let me know when I start repeating myself. That's what you're in charge of.
Okay.
Do you guys feel it yet? How do you know when
Nothing.
you're...
I feel nothing.
Yeah, not bad.
Actually, this is actually better for the show. We just leave this here so people don't have to look at me?
That would be great. If you got
Yes,
one for
please.
me, I'll pick someone else too.
One for me too. Just put
All right,
Never
Pauly
mind.
Shore is a great one, Frank, to start.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are you
I
going to
thought
say?
McConaughey too. Those were my two.
although
that
not
popped up.
confirmed, right?
Yeah, I mean, he never really. I'm sure he has, but he never really displayed. I mean, it was the '90s. I don't know if you could,
Right.
show.
Yeah,
that
but
kind
what
of stuff.
stoner movie? Oh, you mean just him being a stoner? I see. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
they
Yeah.
never showed him partaking in anything really.
Okay.
I mean, you got Chappelle and Jim Brewer.
Those are
And,
two great ones.
What was
Well-
that movie?
Yeah. What are the greatest stoner movies of all time?
What the hell was the name of it?
Biodome.
No, definitely not.
No.
What the hell was it
Oh,
called?
listen.
That's gonna kill me. Look it
Yeah.
up.
I
Quick.
feel like this is going to be a frustrating episode for the audience.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're like us. Okay, next.
Half baked.
There
There
it
you
is.
go.
And I saw Jim Brewer did a stand-up thing where he admits that he was not high during that movie at all. Except for,
really?
like, one scene where it was an accident. He was called. He was done for the day, and then they called. He partook a little bit, and then he thought he was done for the day, so he got high a little bit, and then they brought him back for a last-minute scene. The scene where he yells at some guy, he stands over him and goes, "Yeah, in your face, man," or something like that. That's the only scene where he's high. Throughout the rest of the movie, he's not high at all.
That's pretty funny.
So,
Can I nominate someone that I used to work with?
is he famous?
No.
Sure.
No. Thou not shall be named. Thou shall not be named. Whatever.
Oh yeah, she's
um,
gone. Janine's gone.
Also tired.
That doesn't help, doesn't it? Like
What's his name?
what?
Somebody-
Okay, not Jonah Hill.
Seth
You know-
Rogen.
Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's classic. He's a big one.
I was going to say
He's a big one.
he might be number one because he's such
Yeah.
a newcomer is the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't
say,
know.
he's-
It's been a dozen or so years.
Yeah, but compared to like Snoop Dogg and Cheech and Chong and
yeah,
is
Snoop Dogg.
yeah.
Snoop Dogg is also another one too.
yeah.
Yeah, he's for a while, but like newcomers, but they're also more vocal about it too. So
Right.
I just love Seth Rogen. He's got like the whole company now where he's selling his own weed and the packaging is like awesome and everything. And he
Snoop,
continues
isn't
to dominate on social. Like there was this girl who tweeted the other day. It was the saddest thing ever. And you know how like Twitter, they'll just show you like suggested stuff.
yeah,
The thing was like, I've had such a rough year and things have been so awful. I've been depressed and blah, blah, blah. And, the only thing that could help me out of something like this is if like Seth Rogen said hi to me. And then underneath that was his response of hi, like with like 40 exclamation points. I was like, that is such a classy, I just love shit.
he's
like
very
that.
like when I met him, in the airport, I went up
Harassed
to him
him.
and I did. He was very nice to me.
I can't do his laugh. That's pretty. I love his laugh. He's got such a good
He's got
laugh.
that stoner laugh. Right.
He seems
You know
like a
what's
good
funny?
guy.
My friend's husband has his exact laugh. Like,
Really?
if you hear it,
That's
yes.
hard to do.
And I'm like the first time I heard it, I'm like, is he making fun of Seth Rogen? Like, I really thought it was. And he's like,
That's
and I
his
looked
real
at my
laugh.
friend, and she was laughing along with him, and I was like, oh my God, that's his real laugh. But
See?
if you hear it, I hope you guys are in his company because you'll definitely know who it is. You'll be like,
Do we know this person?
No.
We don't know him at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
Trying to think of any other stoners out there.
This is exciting. Now every time I go to Janine's house for a barbecue, I'll be like, I wonder if Seth Rogen laugh guy is here.
Too bad nobody laughs around you.
But yeah,
So what else?
Snoop is a
Who
big
else we
one.
got?
You guys, these are all killer ones so far. Chappelle, Rogan
Yeah.
is a good one. I mentioned two classics with Snoop Dogg and Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong originators. Wouldn't you say they're the original stoners, really? I mean, there were stoners before them, but they kind of...
Yeah, they brought it into the mainstream, I feel.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
With all their movies and everything. And
I mean, they named their movie Up in Smoke. I mean...
Exactly. Come on. They're not hiding anything.
No.
Who
else? Morgan Freeman's a big one. You don't know it, but
is he?
Yeah,
Is he?
He's huge
See?
into that.
I told you, a lot more people do it than you think.
yeah, I think
Just didn't know he did it.
I think a lot of people do it.
They do.
Yeah, and he admits it. He's not like shy about it. People ask him. He's like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
We're at that point in society of like, it's much more accepted.
Yeah.
You do you. I'm much more, by the way, for the gummies than for the smoking part.
Because you just don't like smoking. Yeah.
That plus it's also like smoking in general. If I'm smoking now, everybody around me is smoking, and that's just not cool. I'm making the choice for you.
Right. Yeah.
If I eat a gummy, it's only affecting me.
In liberal news.
That's not. I think liberal or not, I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't like smoking at all.
It's not,
I don't like to smell smoking.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah, but I miss it.
Smell it.
I miss, to me, that smells like a concert, and not just Dave Matthews, like any concert. That's to me just like
you mean marijuana?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Oh, yeah,
that's the one thing I don't miss about concerts.
Really? No, I love that smell in the air.
No.
I don't
I
mind
like the
it
smell of the stage smoke, like when they do like smoke machines.
I mean, you like the smell of front farts.
And front farts. Smoke machines and front farts. Those are the best smells at a concert.
Yeah, but I think, what's weird too? I agree. Like, it doesn't smell good. It stinks, but I enjoy it. What is that?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's called a fetish, and you should see a psychiatrist.
Is that fetishistic? Fetishistic? I don't know.
Fetishism?
Maybe. Quite possibly.
Maybe.
Speaking of old school, Willie Nelson.
Oh, yeah. That's got to be the king right there.
He goes way back.
He's the king.
Yeah.
He's up there. And what is he, like 112 and he's still going?
Still going, and I feel like
he's marijuana.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like, he started it probably is that marijuana. You're right, Janine. He started a company early on. Like, he started, like, Seth Rogen's is new, but his is like 10 years old already. Like, ever since Colorado, I think Willie's been pumping out the legal weed.
I feel like if you're gonna get your weed from anybody,
you should get it from him.
Get it from him. He probably knows what he's talking about.
I did when I was at EHM. We did what is that called? Farm Aid.
Right.
He's on the board of Farm Aid, and just heaviest hitters ever, like John Mellencamp and Dave Matthews and Neil Young. Like, anybody that could sell out that show on their own. Like, all four of those guys don't need the other guy. But it was, I forgot who went out first. Maybe John Mellencamp opened, and then Dave, or I think it was Dave, Mellencamp, Neil Young, and Willie Nelson. Neil Young and Dave Matthews was there. And when I tell you Neil Young maybe stole the night, like, he was so unbelievable and so heavy. like so like loud and like just raw. When he did Ohio, it's online somewhere. You could see it. It was 2019, 2018.
Neil Young is the man.
Holy crap. He just
He has
does
some great shit.
he grabs this guitar and he tells the guy, because again, they're sharing stage, so it's not his own personal equipment, you know, so they're all just sharing equipment and stuff. So he's like, give me the big, he calls for whatever guitar. And I love when guitar players call their guitars by name. He's like, you know, give me Betsy or whatever the hell he called it. And so they bring this out and he's like, you're going to have to turn that amp up. And he's like warning the guy. And I'm right there because I'm in the photo pit. I got photo pit credit. So I'm actually hearing everything he's saying as the crowd's going crazy. And he starts playing and I got to back up because I'm not going to be able to hear anything. It was so freaking loud. And I go, I don't know how Willie Nelson is going to follow that. Like, how is that even possible? And that a crowd of 25,000 people are even going to care. And sure enough, it was like he was the crown jewel of the evening. Like, he was old. Really? And
it's freaking Willie Nelson, man.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, like Neil Young is like, and there comes Willie. He's like, it's like this little tiny, and he's like frail and old and shit. And everybody was going crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Frank.
You're always on my mind.
Oh my God.
Love Willie.
It feels like Willie's here right now. Yeah, so Willie's good. And then the other big musician, I mean, how could we forget? It's a shame we haven't named him so far, but Bob Marley.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Well, yeah.
Of course. Well, I think he's the only one we've mentioned that is not still with us.
True.
Oh, yeah.
But, Bob Marley, that's a big one. Another legend.
Nothing against Willie's music, but is there better music ever made off of, like, Dave Matthews, Grateful Dead? Like, you name all the great stoner bands of all time.
Hendrix.
I still say Hendrix. I feel like Hendrix is more an LSD guy, though. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Purple Haze.
More psychedelic to me.
That's true.
There's no better. Come on, when it starts to get warm outside, like, I feel like everybody, no matter where they live, what age, what their background is, when the barbecue playlist gets made, Bob Marley is on it.
You could put nothing but Bob Marley and it would still be a great party.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's just it's an amazing feeling when you play.
Noted.
Yes. Yeah,
more Bob Marley, Janine. We go to your house and it's like
come on.
DMX put the playlist together of all his friends.
What?
R.I.P. DMX. I miss you, bro.
Now watch out.
Oh, it's gonna be nothing but.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This summer is just gonna be a tribute summer to DMX.
It's been a few weeks, Janine. Are you over DMX yet?
No.
Still hurts.
It still stings. I'll be honest.
It's a fresh wound.
It's legendary, man. Legendary music.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
All right, let's see. I Googled best stoner of all time, and unfortunately, Miley Cyrus is 5th on the list. That seems wrong.
Well, she is a big stoner, too.
Not anymore. She's all cleaned up.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, really?
From what I understand, I thought she was clean and sober and all that. I mean, I'm sure for like a period of time, maybe a few years, she was all crazy and living the rock and roll lifestyle, but I don't think anymore.
Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this thing of LA sober?
No.
This was a Demi Lovato thing. She was on, I don't know where Demi Lovato was on, one of the Jimmy Fallon or Kimmel or somebody, but because she's had all those issues and she had the heart attack. There was like a YouTube thing that I honestly ignored altogether, but she was doing heavy drugs and stuff like that, and now she doesn't do anything except for the gummies. That's the only.
Yeah.
That's the only. She had some issues for a while. She was all now she's all rehabbed up.
But they call that LA sober. I found that to be so fascinating.
Just marijuana. Yeah.
Hey, it's better than better than the rest of it, doing all that crazy crap.
Yeah. Can we crown a best stoner of all time on this episode, or should we wait till next year, 420?
It's rough, man. I don't know. I mean, Willie Nelson's up there because he's just been that way forever. I think that's my vote.
Wow.
Because he's just been around forever, and he's probably one of the first on the list. And
That's true.
when you think of him, that's what you think of.
Wiz Khalifa is also on here.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's a bunch. You could pick a lot of people.
There is a bunch.
Yeah. All right, let's do true to form Anthony on air style and just not finish the list at all and just move on to another topic.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Are you guys feeling anything? How you guys feeling?
Not a thing.
Nothing.
No. And we're a half hour in.
Can you take
I think you should,
dose?
take another half. Take another half.
Dose it up, big boy.
Yeah, you should take another half.
I don't know. That seems like a lot first time around.
Yeah, but you're not feeling anything.
Just go.
Not going to pressure you. Up to you. Don't go crazy.
How you doing over
Give
there?
it another 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes.
My
All right,
wife
so
just-
Cuddles took took the other half.
What's the worst thing that could happen? You could eat 6 of your 12 donuts.
Zing.
That was, see, Janine, you're striking a little
Shots
too close
fired.
to home. We may have gotten
that's
a dozen donuts from Nofo Doco today.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but does marijuana, edibles, all that stuff, does it I don't know, heighten whatever you're feeling at the moment? Like if you're feeling sad and you take it, you're going to be really sad. If you're feeling happy and giddy, you feel extra happy and giddy. Is that how it works? Am I wrong on that?
I don't think so. I think it just mellows you either way, isn't that?
No matter what, it just mellows you. Because I heard you have to be in a good frame of mind when you take gummies in order to do it. Because if you're not in a good frame of mind, it's just going to make you weird.
Well, there's 2 different kinds of marijuana. Like one that makes you go up and one that makes you go down too. So it depends on what kind it is.
So it depends on the kind. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's not all the same marijuana in terms of gummies.
No.
It doesn't matter how you feel at the moment. One will take you up, one will take you down. That's what you're saying? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones did you take? Do you know?
I have no clue.
No clue. All right.
The one with
I'm
the poor
thinking
drawing
down.
graphic on the front.
Down and up.
It had a sad face on it, so I don't know what that means.
That's not good. It's probably a red flag. Right?
Mine has
And
a
then
poop
like
emoji
2
on
sleepy
it.
lines, 2 sleepy lines on the top of the head.
Mine has a Surgeon General warning on it,
Oh god.
but it's alcohol. So.
I'm going to be honest with you. I know you asked me only like a minute and a half ago. I think I'm starting to feel something now.
Oh, you really? What are you feeling?
I don't know. His wife's fingers in his butt, so maybe that's why he feels a little something now.
That's the test. If you stop minding that, if you
Yeah,
don't care,
exactly.
Did you
She
say?
should try to do that tonight. Yes,
No,
D.
stop it. Did
D.
you?
both won't stop laughing. It'd be hysterical.
Did you just say his wife's thing is in his? You didn't even name a thing. You just said his wife's thing.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
exactly.
Does it
'Cause
matter?
You know what?
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever it is.
No, I find myself giggling a little bit more. Things are a little bit funnier right now. I feel.
Hey, wait, ready? Poop.
Dummy.
There you go.
I hate that word.
You hate poop?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jan-
what about poop?
Janine, you have such bizarre, weird lines and standards.
I do.
now. It's all over the
I
place.
have very weird, like things that I don't like as far as like words and phrases. Poop, I hate. I never use that. When my
Poopy.
kids,
Oh yeah, what do your kids say when they got to go to the bathroom?
Kerplunk?
dump.
Dump is
or-
better than poop?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I say duties.
I say kerplinkety plop.
That's absurd.
God, I hope you don't say that while wearing those Skechers, like those shoes.
Skechers
whatever
are the
they are.
best. I'm sorry, but Skechers are the most comfortable shoes ever.
They are better than
Sneakers as well, with the everything.
the things
good.
that he wears. Those clogs. Oh no, those are such a boner assassin.
Boner Assassin.
Who, me?
That should be our band name.
Crocs, you
No,
mean?
though. Yes, they are. If I saw the hottest guy if I was single, saw the hottest guy in the club, and then I looked down and he had we were dancing and
And he has
I was
Crocs.
rubbing up on him and I felt like a huge 9-incher, 10-incher. Turn around and he's wearing Crocs.
So if John Hamm walks in and he's wearing Crocs,
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I
John
think I
Hamm
could do it.
in tight sweatpants and Crocs. You're walking away
Can't
from
do
it.
it. I'm
Really?
walking away from it.
All right,
Yeah,
what
I
if John
can't.
Hamm's 60 years old? Now what do you do?
He's up there.
Salt and pepper hair John Hamm with
Yeah.
Crocs.
Oh,
Any man,
No.
your husband in Crocs. No good.
oh God, no.
Wait,
I
we
don't even want to
didn't.
wear. I don't even want to do him wearing.
Who's
not wearing
your
Crocs.
number one?
Wait, we
Oh,
didn't.
God,
Hold
that's
on.
not-
We didn't say this. John Hamm is also currently online for the early bird special. Does that?
Right.
Oh, God.
matter?
With a walker with tennis balls on the front.
Yes, and he just came from the Social Security office because they got his check wrong.
And he's holding an IV stand.
Oh wait, now you've gone too far.
And he's wearing a robe with no back.
Okay,
Sexy,
No,
sexy.
no,
Good
no.
stuff. That was good stuff right there. So, all right, could we do best stoner movies?
Best stoner
Yes.
movies
Yeah,
of
you're right.
all time.
Jeez,
Now, I know what you're gonna say,
me.
and I disagree.
You know what I'm gonna say?
I know what Anthony's gonna say. I don't know what you're
Okay.
gonna say.
Should I finish
Okay.
this? I think I'm going to go in for another
Oh,
quarter.
shit, my phone's gonna die. Go ahead.
Can you plug in?
Keep going.
Oh my god!
Great.
Thank you.
We're gonna lose Janine halfway through whatever we're talking about.
I know what I as soon as I saw this title, I know my favorite movie.
Go
What
ahead.
do you got?
Okay. Of course, I cannot remember the title right now, but it's I Fly. You know what song that is?
What in the hell was that?
We're talking about movies, not songs.
Well, oh no, I know, but I'm saying this song is in this movie
Oh,
with Seth Rogen, obviously.
Okay. go ahead,
Pineapple
do it.
Express.
There you go.
What the hell
You
song
got
was
it.
that?
I fly.
Oh, okay. Airplanes.
Yeah, there you go.
By I forget her name.
MIA.
MIA. Thank you.
Great
Yeah.
song.
Love that song.
So good.
My name.
Come on here, all day.
Day.
Yeah,
Jay.
this is definitely making the highlight reel for sure. For certain.
I fly like something, get
that's-
high like planes.
There you go.
Something like that.
I think this movie is the best one.
Pineapple
It's a good
Express is a good one. Yeah. Did you know? I feel like the stereotypical a-hole that brings up this point all the time. But did you know that Seth Rogen was supposed to play the stoner part?
Really, the James Franco part. Who was supposed to play his part?
They were playing opposite
They were
parts
switched.
originally because Franco's like the straight man. And then I think Franco just like walked into a script reading like 3 days before the movie was going to start. And he was like, what if we just switched roles? Wouldn't that be funny? And they
I
were
think
like,
that's perfect. They did it.
yeah. Because if you look at it, Rogan is the straight, late, worried about, everything guy throughout
Yeah.
the whole movie.
They did it right. They did the right move.
Yeah.
See, now, my opinion is there are stoner movies where it's about drugs and people are all whacked out. But then there are movies that are good to watch while you're stoned.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
See, I think there's two separate categories here.
But that's like every movie though, isn't it?
No, but there's
Yeah.
like Fantasia is probably a good one to watch while you're stoned.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or like something crazy out there like The Matrix or Tron. You got to watch like crazy movies with a lot of good effects.
Yeah, The Matrix still fucking confuses me. And if I watched that tomorrow, I'd still be like, yeah, I still felt that way 20 years ago. I still don't know what that
It's
means.
3 movies to explain something that could be explained in 30 seconds.
I love
You're
The
living in a
Matrix.
That's what she said.
You're a robot. You're
Yeah, we're actually in the Matrix right
you're
now.
a living
right?
battery. And
That was one of our topics. Can we talk about that? Can we skip down to Neil deGrasse Tyson
Go ahead.
Matrix?
yeah, what are we skipping?
All right.
Stoner thoughts?
We'll come
We
back to
skip
stoner
that. We'll come
thoughts.
back.
We'll come back to it. Neil deGrasse Tyson released this TikTok a few weeks ago, and I held on to it for this show
Oh, yeah.
because this really messed me up. There are people out there that think, and he's addressing this. There's people out there that think that we are living in a simulation.
Yes.
All right, you've heard this. I've heard of it too. Have any of you ever actually like looked into the reasoning or why or whatever?
Oh,
No, because you know what? I think I'll get scared.
I've seen a little bit, but it all seems weird to me. Like, it seems like explainable things to me. I don't know what Neil deGrasse
Like
Tyson
what?
has to say, But people say like we're living in a matrix because, you know, like they'll look at a picture of someone from the 1800s and someone from now, and they look like the exact same person. Or you'll see a picture or a video of someone, of like a bird frozen in the air or some weird glitch. Other than that, I mean, it all seems explainable. I don't see any proof or evidence of, you know, for myself, other than stuff you see on the internet. Which
that Jay-Z's been around for like 420 years.
Well, he's a vampire who eats babies. We know that.
There's like 7 examples of photographs of him from different decades. So
right, exactly.
Right, you see him next to Lincoln. Like,
yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, like you, I didn't really put much thought into it, and I thought it was like they were talking about the Matrix, but they're actually not. And Neil deGrasse Tyson does this on TikTok. I'll play it for you. So it's less than a minute, but he's able to explain it all to when I was watching it, and I was like,
"Oh God,
holy!"
Is
crap.
it going to blow our minds? Are we ready for this?
I'm going to have dreams.
It might blow your mind because I think part of the reason why I never looked up the reason behind the simulation thing was because I was like, it's not. I can't fathom how that's possible. And then he in 3 seconds, I was like, holy shit! Let me think about this for a second.
Oh God! All right, here we go.
All right. You ready for it?
No, but here we go.
I used to think we were living in a simulation. Then I talked to some colleagues, did some more reading, and now I feel a little better that we're probably not. The argument for it was you get a real universe, and then people in there get really smart, and they program computers, and they create worlds. And the people in that world don't know that they're fake, all right? And then they evolve, and they develop computers, and they create a world, and they create a world. And this goes all the way down. And so there's the real world and all the worlds that can create worlds, except the last one, which is still working on it. Eventually, they'll get there. All right, throw a dart. Chances are you're going to hit a world that's simulated. That's us. But we don't know how to make an actual simulated world where everybody thinks it's real. So either we're the last of those worlds that's still working on it, or we're the first one, which is actually real. I'm good with it.
Oh, fuck.
I used to think.
Okay.
Goodbye.
How
I think it's
unreal is that?
Well, here's the thing.
That's so great.
I think we're the first one that's actually real, because if we were the last one, I feel like we would have figured it out by now. It's been so long that we would have figured it out.
No, because you okay? We wouldn't figure it out because that's the whole point. We haven't yet developed.
So you're saying the whatever the race before us who created us, if we're a simulation, created us thousands of years ago, millions of years ago, and is just waiting for us to evolve on our own?
No, it's like Janine's face.
I'm ready. Let's go, baby. Let's open this up. Let's jump into this bitch. Come on.
It's like when you so like what are any of these games? What's the game you play? Fortnite.
Fortnite, sure.
You created a character, right? Didn't you?
No, I
Yes.
signed on and they gave me a character.
Let
but
me
go ahead.
know.
All right, whatever. But you customize them or whatever it is, right?
Sure.
So that is us in essence creating like a world. Like if that character was to take on, like, we don't know if what we create in the simulation can actually
Think for itself.
Yeah.
I think we know. We create it. So we know what we know what's happening. We know what it's made of.
We know we turn the phone
it's
off.
A system of,
or the PlayStation, but who's to say that thing doesn't, still exist?
We know it's just a system of signals and electricity that's not that's not life. It's just
So are we.
No, we're more than that.
No, we're less.
Frank wants to believe we're more than that, but I don't know if we are.
I think we're more than that.
But anyway, it doesn't even matter. It's an insignificant point. The point is we are either the first real universe, or we're the last in the simulation that we haven't figured out how to create our own universe yet.
Why are those the only two choices? Why aren't we the one who created something that has created something that has created something, because we just don't know it.
Because we would know how to do it. We would know how.
Well, maybe
it's
we
done.
have,
What?
and we just don't realize
What?
that we know how to do it.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe we created a game, Atari, and then the little Pong things in Atari.
The video game is a
alive.
bad example. That's not a good example.
I know, but whatever.
Uh,
We lost you.
well, yeah, you lost me back at Neil deGrasse. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny because I know someone who is a big stoner and would get very into this.
Bring him on.
Well, I know. I wish I could get him on here. And
It's not your brother.
no,
Okay.
no, it's so, and it's not even just about this. It's about other things that he would make into bigger, like, what if this and this and that? And I used to be like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, you. Could
Wait a
just
minute.
Keep thinking.
Is he right?
There's so much that you could.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being, what we are. We could just keep thinking and going, and just keep
It's
asking
kind
the
of
question
scary,
why.
though. It is. I mean, like I honestly, and you're gonna laugh at this, but I do believe in past lives. Like, I truly believe in that.
So
It's
you
not like
believe that your spirit was alive before your body that you have now. That your
Yes.
spirit inhabited another being
Yes.
before yours.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
And
cool.
I always thought that. I don't
What?
know.
Now, why?
It's not something.
Can we ask why?
I don't
You believe
know.
it?
That's a good question. Because, I mean, I do believe in God. Next subject. But I don't necessarily believe in organized religion.
Okay.
If that makes sense too.
Sure does.
That makes a
But
lot of
the,
sense. I think a lot of people feel that way, though.
Yeah.
Past
I mean,
life thing, yes.
organized religion has evolved through thousands of years through people, through humans. So it's
Right.
changed over the many years. But yeah, God. I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus. That's my choice to believe that. And, if we're moving on, but I think Neil deGrasse Tyson's Matrix. Are we still talking about that?
I think we're talking about it all, my man. I think I'm going to put all the.
How are you guys feeling? Let's just get
Yeah.
an update on your state of mind.
I feel.
Hey, ready? I'm gonna do the TikTok thing. I don't know if it works.
Do it. Din, din, din.
I don't know if that worked. Wait,
I feel totally fine right
does
now.
that work? How does that work?
No, I feel totally fine, but
Wow, Frank.
I am
Pretty
starting
good.
to feel this like underlying I think I'm laughing harder at Frank's jokes than they are funny, like a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? This is a bad thing. You're gonna make him think something.
I'm giving
another- take
I'm
another
giving him
half.
like 20% more than normal.
Fart.
Can you take half of the half?
I did. I took
You just took another half?
I
You just
took a
another
bite a
half?
little while ago.
See, if I did stand up, I would request that my audience be at least your level of baked.
Yeah. It would make them it would make the job easier, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely would.
That's totally
I want to do once we get back to real life. I would love to do stand up. I want to get out there.
You should.
Get back
Oh,
in
it's
there
gonna be a
again.
Frankie C versus J Sab's competition.
Yeah, didn't we
No.
do this episode already? Only it was Janine who was telling us it was her dream to be a comedian.
Or did we? Ooh.
Oh
Dum
fuck.
dum dum.
Got switched to another simulation.
Was it an alternate reality? Do you believe in alternate universes and dimensions?
I
Do
really
you believe that dimensions cross over into each other? Like we have glimpses into other dimensions by
Yes. Have you seen The Simpsons? Thank you. Everything that has come out from The Simpsons has come true. So
No,
they have
not everything.
Pretty much.
there's
much
like
everything.
a dozen or so things that they've
It's way more than a dozen, Frank. It's way more
whatever
than a
it is.
dozen.
Yeah, they have come out with a lot of stuff that has come true, but a lot of stuff that they said is way off. So it doesn't,
I do. I do believe in that.
That's what the
Okay.
people who simulated us want Frank to say right now.
hmm
They're going up. They're up there going. The Frank 900 is fighting back. Should we?
He's questioning. Should we send some
Let's
tremors into his back?
Upload virus 112. We'll fix his simulation.
I will say this: the alternate universe and them crossing over makes so much more sense for the alien bit for me. Because I've fallen in love with that theory that aliens aren't from another planet or galaxy; they're us from the future.
That's what I think. I've thought that for years. I was like, they're just us. They look like us. Evolved.
I don't really know if I believe that there's aliens out there, but I don't know if that they're necessarily us in the future. But I do believe that they're there.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the what's that? The evolutionary.
Yeah, they
map,
do look like us, though.
You just keep going to the keep evolving us. You go 1,000,000 years into the future, I feel like we're going to look like that.
Okay, I just want to point out to the audience
God.
that out of everybody on this panel right now, I am the only one to not confirm what an alien looks like based off a chart, even though none of us have ever actually seen a real one.
The basic alien.
Yeah.
Then everybody has, when you say alien, you have a vision in your head of a huge head and big eyes. That's
He doesn't know.
standard alien look.
Am I the only one not seeing this? We drew that. We came up with that, you idiot. That's not based off an actual thing.
People have said that that's what they see half the time. Talking about.
You're both saying this like, oh, remember when we caught that alien and they put him in the evolutionary chart picture? Like, that's never happened. You both sat there like,
stand up.
The real alien.
Talking about this guy, the guy.
He's drawing it like I don't know what he's talking about. I know what you're talking about.
That's the state. When you think alien and like an alien species come into contact and whatever,
yeah,
that's what you see. That's what you think of.
But that's not real. That's a part of our imagination of them. So the whole
that's also a part of what people have said they see.
Yes.
Yes. That's true. That's what people have said that they've seen.
Okay. All right. You're right. You're right. But it's not. It's by all intents and purposes, it is not real. I could believe that these people have seen these aliens, but we don't have a photograph.
If this is the basic,
because they don't want you to take pictures of it.
If that's the basic idea.
Okay, this is a 420 show now. We've officially crossed over.
That's what we're going off of. That looks like.
But that's false. You can't say if that's what we're going off of. You can't say that. It doesn't.
Because that's the bit like where people have.
He doesn't.
When
know.
people have seen UFOs, they have there's a general idea of what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
When people have said that they've come in contact with an actual being, that's typically what they look like.
Listen, let me explain.
Am I wrong?
I'm at 10%.
And is Hero Soap sponsoring this thing? Because
I don't know. I'm not sure if they wanted to be on this one or not.
They definitely don't. They're like, nope.
Buy
Sorry,
your Hero Soap. Links in the description.
Anthony who?
Link is in the description. Who? That's true. Buy a bar soap, damn it. Let's
Son of a bitch.
Let's prove this. There's
a mug.
This is an Anthony on Air mug, correct?
Sure.
Yep.
How did we get to that conclusion? We all can see and identify the same thing. We agree upon it.
Right.
Yes.
There's 100% no chance that this is a Jimmy Fallon mug.
I don't know. Maybe there's a 99% chance that it's no for Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
What if you put a fucking thing over it?
But that would be altering the mug. This very mug right here is not.
According to you, sure.
Shut up. You're an idiot because you know you're wrong already. I'm proving you're wrong right now.
Okay. All right. So let's go with it. Sure.
Okay.
That's 100% with Anthony on Air mug.
It's not a Bill Maher mug. It's not a John Stewart. Okay.
No.
Okay. Exactly. It's indisputable. Can't be disputed.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I said, let's all talk about the Jimmy Fallon mug, we can all describe a mug. We can all say what color it is, what size it is, if it has Jimmy's picture on it or not. If it's just, we can all say it, but we don't know for sure. We can't.
Of course not. Of course we don't know what alien, because we don't have one. We don't interact with them.
Right. So you're saying for something to be absolute, it needs to be.
No.
You need to have
No.
photographic evidence of
I'm
it.
not saying absolute. I wasn't saying absolute. I'm saying from what people have said that they've seen, from all the evidence, from all of the supposed interactions that people say that they have gone through. This is generally what they say they've seen: the big eyes, the big head, the gray skin. That's what they say. That's usually what it is. They don't describe something that looks like a dog or something that looks like a cow. They describe a humanoid shape that has a big head and big eyes. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry. As I was saying that, I was.
You are gone.
I'm on Frank's side for this one, though.
Thank you. I'm not saying that's the definitive example. I'm just saying that if humans evolved in a million years, they might look like that. Big eyes, big head, because they become more intellectual. All right. He's gone. There's no talking. See, this is another reason why taking gummies in your own home is advised, but socially, I can't advise this.
Because I can't
condone this.
I can't get the line out of my head. You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole. But it's from The Big Lebowski, and nobody would get it. But
we didn't say that. It's a stoner movie.
Nobody remembers
good stoner
that line. I feel like out of all the lines from that movie,
it's a good stoner movie, though.
I don't even know what I was going to say, but you were definitely wrong.
I don't know why I'm trying to reason with you at this point.
No, because you have to. You okay?
I don't even know what your point is. What are you trying to argue?
I don't know. I forgot.
Exactly.
But beyond a reasonable doubt, like if I said to you, is it possible that the two Utes, okay, entered?
What is a Ute?
Is it possible that one person thought they saw an alien once, years ago? Is it possible?
Yes. And then they spread that
said
image
what it
around
was,
and everybody said they see that.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
No, of course it is. However,
so therefore, the image cannot be put on the evolutionary chart, and your original point, which I can't remember what that was now, is false.
I said if we were to believe this, if this is the image that we
don't.
I'm saying this is out of everybody who says that they've seen an alien, generally this is what they say they've seen.
Yes.
They really don't say they've seen anything too much different from this.
Right. Then that's why I believe that that's what they look like, because where would they get the idea just to make this up? That's
from the first handful of people who have said it. I get that.
But then I don't know. I don't know if people would stretch that far. How would they know?
Again,
if they've never heard of it.
One guy somewhere at one time said, "Did you ever hear this Jesus story?" And then he wrote it down, and then 3 other people wrote it down.
That's true. And then more people started to believe in it.
1,000 years later, a whole bunch of other made-up text and a lot of lies and cover-ups. We have.
You're an ass. Don't tear down a whole religion, you jerk.
A lot of lies and cover-ups.
You're a liar and cover-up.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna solve religion right here. Go ahead.
Well, let's swing back to the God thing. Can parallel universes exist and there be a God? Is it one or the other?
Why not?
Then there would be multiple universes and multiple gods.
Yeah, because isn't it
one God controlling everything?
Yeah, but isn't it that? See, Frank, you're right. Because isn't it? I remember they were teaching us that it's God created the universe out of whatever he did, snap of a finger, poofily do, jazz hands. I don't know how he made it happen. I don't have the manual. Or the Big Bang happened. One or the other.
I think it's hand in hand. It could be. I think it's both. I mean, the Bible is a way of teaching how it all happened, but the Big Bang is the scientific way of explaining it. I think the Bible is the religious way of explaining what actually, what happened in a scientific way.
Janine's facial expression said everything I had to say.
I think religion and science can coexist, and I think they're just two different ways of explaining the same thing.
Yeah, ask a priest that.
Okay.
Priests believe in
science.
Ask a
priest and a science teacher, basically your brother.
Priests believe. Priests? Yeah, that's true. My brother is a very religious scientist.
Your brother is a
To be,
walking contradiction. He is both
true.
real person and cartoon Millhouse. It's
he
amazing.
talks to himself. He fights with himself.
And he loves it.
As he's teaching
also
science. No,
a
the guy did that.
geologist.
No, what?
He's also a geologist and a marine biologist. He's not a theologian or, he's not a creation. He doesn't, that's not his focus.
He's a rock studier.
He studies rocks and marine life and stuff.
Rocks and cocks.
And cocks.
Sorry, Mike.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling something.
Got a PhD in cocks.
You are, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling something.
2 big ones down.
What about your
Is that
your
4?
wifey over there?
Go to 3. No, that was 2. You got to go to 3. She's sitting.
Yeah, but this is a big one. This is a 16-ounce glass.
Come on, get another one in there, big man.
About here.
We still got more to go. We barely just touched an hour. Let's go.
I filled 2 of these up to about here.
My phone's gonna die.
So when you
the problem
in.
is I can't because that's where I have my headphones.
Yeah. If she dies, she dies.
Great movie.
Et tu, Brute? Et tu?
Your phone, I mean, not you, Janine, obviously.
Oh, God.
Okay, can I ask a serious question?
No, you can't.
I feel bad.
I'm
going to take this arrow off because we haven't followed any. No, you know what? Let's put it down by God. Hold on a second. This is God related. And I want honest answers, Frank, especially out of you.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
I feel like we should preface this for the audience. The 3 of us grew up as Catholics, Roman Catholics, right?
Yes.
Christians.
Yep.
All went to. Did you go to a Catholic grammar school, Janine?
No.
No, you didn't. Okay, I wasn't sure. But you had. Did you have CCD?
I did.
Okay, so you took religious classes.
Yeah.
So this is all our basis. So we've all grown up, playing
this,
Jesus card. Yeah.
Playing
And
Jesus.
so we all believed, I would say, if you asked 7-year-old us, probably rock solid that there was a God, right? Mom and Dad told us, every authority that we okay. Okay, exactly. So that was that. We Catholic high school for some of us went to Catholic college. We're not here to judge anybody who did what.
Wow.
Okay.
I did not.
Oh, I'm judging you
Catholic
too.
College.
You two big Jesus loving freaks.
I went to City College, City University.
Right. Well,
I did not go to a Catholic.
Nobody was supposed to figure out that it was me, dickhead.
Oh God.
Whatever. I don't care.
You want to put your social security number up on the screen?
What's your point?
Saint?
Okay, my point is we all came from being complete and total believers.
Right.
Now, at a certain age, right, you kind of look back at a story, things that you're told during childhood, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, so on and so forth.
That's not religion. That's different.
I didn't say it was religion. I'm just making a point.
Okay.
Frankie gets angry when he's drunk. You're an angry
Fuck
drunk.
you.
I think
I'm kidding.
Yeah. If he says SMD, I'm out. I won't believe this is Frank.
What's
this
SMD?
Is the cyborg known as Frank.
What?
SMD?
I don't know what that is.
Suck my dick.
Oh. I might bring that out later.
Have you ever told anyone that, Frank? Oh God.
I don't think so. Maybe. If I do, I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't.
So, guys, what'd you point at?
You did. I remember. Yeah. I was there. Remember, it was the homeless person that was just asking for a quarter.
8%.
So we can have
yeah,
a cup of coffee.
But he was hot. God, what were you saying?
You got to get into a third drink. Do we get a third drink over there?
All right, hang on. This is rough because I am not.
Yeah, a little bit. Go halfway.
I wouldn't be able to pull the car out of the driveway. Just letting you know.
All right. So anyway,
is that like a euphemism for like having sex with your wife?
Sure, if you like.
You wouldn't be able to pull out. Yeah, exactly.
Pull it out of the driveway, put it in the garage, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Put it in the back door garage.
Okay. Keep going.
I forgot what I was.
So what's your point? You don't even know what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, we all grew up Catholic. Yes. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh my God, this point is getting longer to get to.
At a certain time in your life, at a certain age, you kind of stop believing certain things.
Yes.
Right. So at what point did you first question that? Because let's be honest, can we all agree on this? If I come to you and tell you, forget your background, I come to you and I tell you there's a magical, mystical, spiritual man over there. You can't
If
see
you
him.
tell me, yeah, I don't believe it.
But he's there and he's watching over us and he created us and all this and blah, blah, blah. You would never, you wouldn't believe any of it.
Mm-mm.
Same way that if somebody came and there was like, hey, good news, it's me, Jesus, here I am. He would have zero chance of survival.
Does he perform miracles and does he do all the stuff that he's
You questioning?
done?
You know that's one of the rules. You're just supposed to believe and not question.
Thou shalt not
Can't
question.
demand a miracle.
I'm not demanding anything.
Anyway, the
did.
point is that it's kind of a ridiculous story. I think we could all agree on that, and it's not just Catholicism. All of
but
them.
if you look at your life, that's
Yeah, but
also a
but
ridiculous
name the
story.
religion. This idea that there is a God is as you can see the parallels between Santa Claus and that story. Can we
No,
agree on
you
that?
can't. No.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, I
I
I
can't even
can
get to
see
the
what
starting
you're saying.
line.
God? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying their storylines, their essence, they're basically the same.
No, they're not. Santa Claus was created to make kids love Christmas and be, get
Right.
into the holiday spirit and giving and all that stuff. Jesus is the reason Christmas exists, but also,
You're totally you're missing. Yeah, maybe I'm not explaining it right.
I don't think you are because
You're missing every bit of it.
Plus, he's an angry drunk.
No, I'm not. I'm very happy drunk. I'm a very happy drunk.
I'm saying it's a made up thing to get a certain reaction out of somebody.
Yep.
I don't see.
You're
it.
saying that as a
mean,
believer. Don't be a believer. Be a skeptic for a second.
You know what? Even being when I remember being, very, questioning everything in college. I was like, what's going on with all this stuff? But I asked myself a lot of these questions, and the answer I came up with is like, yeah, there's a lot of science behind it, but we assign ourselves certain things about science. Like we call these things atoms. We call these things, but we didn't make them. We didn't create them. We don't know exactly what they are, but someone created. There's the creationist theory that there's someone who made all this stuff, and that's, I feel, a higher power than anything we know, and someone who created life, who started the ball rolling, I think is something that we don't fully understand, and that's what I believe. I believe there's a God. I believe there's someone higher, a being higher than us, more evolved than us, someone who kicked off everything, and that's what it is. That's what I believe. Questions? The slow clap, really? The slow clap.
That was beautiful.
Is that a legit slow clap or is that a sarcastic?
I mean, it's
clap?
nice to think that way, but I don't really think that way.
The best I could muster up. I'll say I agree with you about there's something and we don't know what it is. Go ahead, Janine.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, I don't know much. And when I was younger, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I believed in it all either. I just went with the motions because I had to go to class. I never was like, oh my God, I love God and I love Jesus and I love every other person who I have no idea what their name is right now. So for me, I don't know. To me, it's not something, again, that's a big thing in my life. Like, I didn't christen my kids because to me, it wasn't important to me.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. It wasn't on my list of
That's
priorities.
your choice.
And it's, I guess too, just because I'm not really a religious person, obviously I don't go to church. I don't do these things. So, and maybe that's just because it's Catholic Church that I'm just like, I don't agree with a lot of things.
Yeah, the church was started by Jesus, but he handed it over to man, and man inherently is sinful.
That was his
over
mistake.
2,000 years later, it's gonna be flawed, and I get that, and that's
It's-
why
yeah.
I don't, maybe regretfully, maybe a little not, but who knows. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus, and that's my religion. That's what I believe. That's the teachings. That's what I've studied. That's what
Yeah, because you also went to a
learned.
Catholic high school too. Like that's.
I went to a Catholic high school,
Yeah.
and I was in public school till 5th grade. I went to a Catholic high school, and then I went to a public college.
Yeah.
I didn't take religion courses in college.
See, I just think that I question things more than you do.
I question everything.
No.
But I come to different conclusions than you.
I feel like I am so much more skeptical than you are.
Yeah.
No, you're one of these people that keep asking why to an annoying degree. I get it, but you're just why. And then when you get an
answer, my
answer,
brother about this.
but then when you get an answer, you go why. And then when you get an answer, you go why. And I go, shut the fuck up.
A lot of stuff coming out tonight.
You annoying son of a bitch. No, a lot of shit. Listen, I know, I get it, but I feel like science and religion can coexist, and they are hand in hand. But I believe right now where we are in society, we're not there yet to be able to marry the two. I believe science has gone on one path, religion is on another path. And if we just combined what we know to be true on either side, we'll be able to explain a lot more, I think. Like science has explanations for life and how it evolves and everything. Religion has it as well, but we assign different titles and different names to it.
You keep hitting your mic, Frank.
What?
Keep hitting into your mic.
I'm sorry.
That's not his fault. The earth is moving.
I'm also drunk. I'm also have 2.5 margaritas in me.
Atta boy.
It's the Coriolis effect. So I just believe that there are things that we can marry together in terms of science and religion that we don't because they're science and religion. And they just...
Yeah, but it's true. But you also have people on opposing sides being like, well, that's not it. That can't be religion. And also saying, well, that can't
Doesn't
be
that seem closed-minded?
Yeah, well, yes.
So
but then
either
there's,
side.
I don't know, certain things that are like clear that it's science and clear that it's you're religious. But
yeah, but science...
I don't know.
I mean...
All I know is aliens are real.
Yeah, I mean, science, we assign the word atom to this thing that we see.
Right.
We just call it that because we had to give it a name. We don't know.
Right.
That's a scientific term.
I actually call it Eve. Equal rights, ladies.
Oh, good.
There you go.
I'm with
Not
you.
atom, atom.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of things.
No.
I just think that there is more that I think science and religion can coexist, and I think that's how I think. I think of both sides.
See,
Can you
go ahead.
Fam, can you put the more you know across the screen right now?
You
More you look at his face.
don't you have the more you know
I'm being
thing?
serious.
I love it. I love the more you know.
No, but I thought you had it written down.
I have the more you know written down.
I thought it was in your graphics department there.
Yeah, I have this.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh god.
There you go. That works. No,
That's all
but I feel like I'm more skeptical because I think that, like, I felt like at a certain age, and I thought everybody went through this. That's why I was asking you. That's why I brought it up. You go through and you go.
Wait, that doesn't add up.
Hang on a second. Yeah,
I went through that. I did.
This,
I went through that in college.
I know you start to say. Let me say what it is and see if you actually you did the same thing as I did. I start to think if somebody says this is all made up, then you go and you look and you go, this could entirely be made up.
Yep.
The whole thing, like we've told, by the way, it's a great story. There's better stories out there. There's not so great stories out there. But it's a great story. We've made up better stories. This could be entirely made up. They could have made the whole thing up. The argument that they create religion to control the masses completely makes sense when you look at people's actions based off of God.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's why I don't let what people make up control what I believe and what I think. I'm not going to war.
COVID.
What?
I'm kidding. I said COVID. COVID.
Don't even get me started. Don't get me started on COVID. That's science, which you refuse to believe. So that's a different story.
Oh, I believe it.
You believe COVID
I believe in
and the vaccine.
99.89%
So
success rate.
either you believe science or you don't. So I don't know if you believe the vaccine or not, but either you get on the side of science or you don't, or you get on the side of religion or you don't. You can't pick and choose. Maybe you can.
You just said we could choose. We could be both sides of religion 10 minutes ago.
I mean, you could be on both.
No, I said both can exist, together, and I think that's what it is. I
would like a 10-page summary on this. Thank you, Frank.
I feel like I've given a pretty good oral explanation.
Let's ask your wife on the oral exam.
Yeah, how'd you bring oral into this?
I don't even know why I said that word.
He was like, "Why did I say that word in front of Janine?"
Anyway, to finally get through my point.
Oh my God, you had a point?
I think so. I feel like you go through all those stages and you look at it and you go, "This is complete and total BS. I can't believe any of this." What don't
you believe?
Here's how I really feel. I feel like this. I don't feel like this is a made-up story, but I feel like the possibility that it's a made-up story, that people
is a possibility,
passed around for decades and centuries and whatever, stories orally before they were even written down. And then you look at the other gospels that weren't included in the Bible, and then you start to get into you learn that
other gospels that weren't included in the Bible?
There were far more than 4 gospels written. See, this is what I'm saying. You don't even know this.
Tell me.
There's other gospels that were written. They were taken out of the Bible. You watched the Da Vinci Code. This is like all in there.
I didn't see the Da Vinci Code. No,
really?
Oh, so I'm going to believe the Da Vinci Code.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Okay.
It is a theory too.
So you base your whole modern thought off of something that someone wrote about a painting that Leonardo da Vinci created.
No.
Hold on, Tom Hanks.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I can't even.
Tell me.
There were more than 4 gospels written. They were just not included because they didn't make sense to the story.
What were they? Tell me.
Hey,
I don't know, Frank. We have to Google this.
I gotta Google. Don't push me around. Listen,
I'm asking. I'm really curious.
I think you're verbally attacking.
This feels
right now.
I'm literally, genuinely asking what you're talking about.
Oh God.
All right, hold on. Why are there only 4 real gospels? I need to find non-propagandary shit because this is, by the way, nothing. This isn't not something I read on the internet. I remember being taught
something
this.
You saw in a movie.
No, I was taught it in college, a college religion class.
Oh my God.
What gospels are not included in the Bible? Okay, here we go. There are other gospels that have been found over the last century that were not included. This is from NPR. They've never lied. They've never shouted also. They whisper everything.
That's true.
The Gospel of Judas wasn't included.
Oh, Judas. Let's back him up. The first traitor. Let's.
This only says
speaking another language to me right now.
You don't know who Judas is?
I've heard of him in passing.
The guy who ratted out Jesus and got him caught so that he could be crucified.
Oh, that guy.
One of the apostles who betrayed him.
That's a scumbag move. Would you ever name your kid Judas?
I would not.
All right, I don't know if these are all gospels, but here's an article. There are 14 books that were removed from the Bible over the course of its history.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Cancel culture.
Possibly. But I don't know why. I don't know what's in them, and I don't know why they were removed. But
probably alien stuff.
They exist. It's not like people can't access them.
Because it's all made up. That's why. Okay. It's all made up.
There's like a thing. You just take. You see everything, and you go, "I don't believe this." That's what you do. You take it, and you just immediately go on the cynical side. I go on the maybe, and then I look at it, and I consider it. And I go, well, this is something that I understand. And do I believe that, there was a boat that had 2 of every animal? I think that was a story told to convey something.
Okay, so you admit that it's made up. There's some made up elements to it.
That's Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I believe that there are some stories told in it
that one thing right
that you shouldn't take as literal. Like there's a lot of stuff about like there's stuff about
like love thy neighbor,
living a certain lifestyle that there's rules in there that don't really apply as
like
today. Like if this certain type of wool is in touch with this certain animal, you're a sinner or some weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Thou shalt not suck another man's penis. Yeah, that's another one.
That's like, there's as we evolve as a species, as humans.
So you're picking and choosing what's good and what's not.
No, I'm not. I'm
do you think
they're
gonna fix the Bible now for like the trans people or no?
And I believe what was relevant and made sense 2,000 years ago.
I thought I saw a Chinese guy drawing yellow in the Bible. I think they're not gonna make they did it to Dr. Seuss.
I don't know why I'm trying to.
I wanted to give one joke in the last hour. Let me give one thing.
I don't know why I'm trying to reason with two people who are like stoned.
No, because you're like, oh, that part's kind of made up. Do I believe that part? No. But the other part here where they said the unbelievable shit, like that happened.
Frank, what about if they talked about Donald Trump in the Bible, about him being an ass? You'd be like, yep, that's right. That's 100% right.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, anyway, if I can finish, because I've been interrupted 4,000 times on this episode.
If you would ever get to a fucking point.
How can I? You're too busy screaming at me.
God.
I get to the end of like, this is all BS and I don't believe any of it. And there's just no way. It's like you get to like 99% of a download and you just never get that last one. That's how I feel. I get to the end of this was made to control us and things are BS and blah, blah, blah. But then you start to think about like all the amazing things that have happened to you and how you got to where you are and what you have. And this could have went that way so easily and just turned into garbage. And there was something there guiding you, watching over you, helping you make those, whatever it was.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I get to that point and I go, I can't believe that that's not entirely true as well. So I can never.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say.
And then the same could be said about shitty things that happen too.
I believe
that's where
that shitty stuff exists. It has to exist. It can't all be great stuff. If it were all great stuff, we'd already be.
We wouldn't know what's
paradise.
Good. Yeah,
we'd be in heaven already. We'd be living our eternal life, but that's not why we're here.
Maybe this is our eternal life.
We're here.
No!
This life has a time limit on it, and I believe we're supposed to make the best of this life, and I also believe that this life is a test to get into the next life. That's what I believe. I believe we're supposed to be the best person we could be in this life, so that we're worthy enough to get.
How do you know you're in the first life? What if you're in the next life?
Yeah, exactly. What about if you're in like the third, fourth, fifth life?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. We believe.
Right. So there goes my point.
Believe what you can, but I believe that whatever life I'm in, let's say you believe it's the third life.
That's the one. That's the important one.
You have to be good so that you're good enough to get into the next one. And I believe that.
Are you saying you have to be good for goodness sake? Is that what you're saying?
No, I believe you have to be good for God's sake. And all my religious fans, feel free to rip on these two for laughing at you.
Like I just said, I can't say that there's no. I still believe in God, whatever you. I feel like all the stories are.
Doesn't sound like you do.
But here's my point. Even if all those stories are bullshit, it's inconsequential. It doesn't matter if they're real or not real. There can still be that thing, entity, person, whatever.
Yeah. Listen, there's 100 religions on, whatever there are on Earth. Everybody.
Right, that's the other explanation. How do you explain the religions that don't believe in Jesus?
Everybody has their own belief, and I get that, of course.
So actually, my shit makes more sense that all your religions are bullshit, and there's just one guy up there going whatever. However you got to get to me is fine.
At the core of it, there's that teaching that you have to be, treat your neighbors as as you would want to be treated. It's just it's a matter of being morally responsible. Okay, never mind.
Are you saying teach your children well?
No, I get them from this one.
Feels
So
like
never
you're
mind.
writing a
Wait,
Crosby,
you're
Stills,
saying-
Nash
What's
and
the
Young
next
song.
topic? Go, move the arrow.
There is no next
topic?
topic. The next topic's
So
the
then I'm
end of
out.
the lower third.
The whole treat your neighbors thing, though. Here's my thing.
You have a problem with your... Oh, there's it. Her phone ran out of battery. If there wasn't a more proof of a God than right there, boom, there's your proof. If you needed a more significant proof of God, that's it. Case closed. Wait a minute. Mic dropped. Boom. I couldn't have put it better myself. I fucking love it. That was poetic justice right there. That was fantastic. That was friggin' beautiful. Come on. Tell me that wasn't great.
That's messed up. It's only great because I know in your head you were praying to God that she would try.
I was not. I had no idea that was going to happen. I didn't think of that, but her battery ran out at the exact moment.
You weren't thinking, dear God, let this idiot shut up right now.
Not at all. I wanted to keep talking.
I thought we just saw proof of a God. Frank prayed for something and it came true immediately. That might have been a miracle.
But that was beautiful. I'm telling you, believe me. My whole thing is I believe in God. I believe there's a creator. I believe there's a higher power. I believe in Jesus. That's my choice to believe in Jesus. I love the stories. I love Jesus, and that's where I am. So you don't like that? Good for you.
I didn't say I didn't like
you.
that.
I'm talking in general.
You're very angry and combative tonight.
I'm also 2.5 in, so
I'm starting to get worried about your wife.
No, we're all good.
I'm going to start checking with her at parties.
If there's one thing you should know about me is when I get drunk or tipsy, I am a very happy and social. I will talk to everybody and anybody. I love everybody. I'm a loving and caring and happy drunk.
I'm just saying that wife of yours unfortunately walks into a cabinet for any reason, and I'm gonna have a problem with you.
That
okay?
would never happen.
Just know
my wife. I love her to death, and it would nothing like that would ever happen.
What was I gonna say? Shit, it was gonna be really good.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I was really enjoying it in my head before I could say it. Fuck.
Was it before or after Janine? Her battery died.
Oh, I was gonna say, but what about my theory that it's all bullshit, but there really is a God up there?
Then it's not all bullshit.
Why can't it be bullshit? Why don't you like my part of it?
Because if there's a God up there, then it's not all bullshit. If it's all bullshit, then that means there's no God.
No, I mean like don't eat meat, don't be gay, don't have.
That's just the gay thing. No, don't.
Right,
eat meat
I forgot because we're picking and choosing which ones we like and which ones we don't like.
No. Listen, don't eat meat is just a sign of respect. It's not like it's just something you do to show respect. That's all. It's like when you shake someone's hand or you say,
"What is that, Don Corleone 316?"
That's all it is. It's just a sign of respect that we choose to do. You don't have to do it, but it's just something that it's a sacrifice. It's just a small sacrifice that you make because you respect the higher power. That's all. It's nothing.
I'm not even sure that's in the Bible, to be honest with you. But
I don't even know, but it's something I was taught, and it's just a sign of respect. That's all it is. If my mom taught me, you're not supposed to wear jeans on Friday, I don't know, I would probably not do it, just as a sign of respect. It's just a tradition that I was handed down. And it's just a sign
but tradition
of respect.
is not religion.
No, but it's a sign of respect, whether it's in the Bible or not. If it's a tradition, I like to do tradition stuff. It's just a sign of respect. That's all. I could choose to do it or not. Every year it comes up. Are we going to eat meat or not? And I go, yeah, let's not do it on Fridays. It's a sign of respect. I like to show God respect, and that's all. That's what I like to do. It makes me feel good to do that.
Hot and fresh out the kitchen.
It makes me feel good to do that, and I think God is all about being, good stuff, and that's what I like. So you're not into that,
but it sounds like what you're saying is beautiful. You want to be a good person, be good to everybody.
Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah.
If you believe or not,
I do believe in that. I do believe in that.
No. I mean, if you believe in God or not, if you believe in Jesus or not, the whole point is be good to everybody and be good to your neighbors. And that's That's really what.
But what
that's
if
all
it's?
the teachings
But what if
that
it's
God
all
has.
just an entity, something we don't even know, something
Then
we
it's
can't
all-
even fathom? Don't you find it
Then
odd
that's
that
what it is. Then
that?
how am I gonna?
But don't you find it odd that when we talk about God, it was
Mhm.
traditionally an old white man with a long beard?
I don't believe it's a white. I don't. I mean, Jesus was, Middle Eastern. I know that. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know.
Right, but I'm sure if
it's-
you Google God,
Yeah, that's that's
that's.
a traditional thing. I'm not.
But I'm just saying, my point is that we project. That was the people who were putting it together at the time because we just project. It's all about our ego, us. We're the
Yeah,
center
but
of the universe. We're projecting this thing of, okay, there is a God up there, but he probably looks like me.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, the Bible says He's created us in His image, but I mean, what does that exactly mean? In His image spiritually,
Well,
in His image physically? I don't know. I don't know. A lot of it is mystery, and a lot of it is based on faith, and a lot of it is based on we don't know. Most of it we don't know the answer, and that's the point of it all. We don't know, and a lot of it is based on.
that's a great hook.
What do you mean? No, we don't.
No, I'm
how
saying
are we
the faith. Faith is the greatest hook of all time.
Yeah, but we're not supposed.
You can't argue with it.
Exactly what was going on.
It's
we could
inarguable.
Listen.
Yeah.
If we knew exactly what God knows,
Mm-hmm.
then we'd be on the same level. We're not on His level or her level or its level or whatever God happens to be.
Don't you think it's sad that we created so much emphasis on rules, though? Meet, not meet, who you can marry, who can be a priest, whatever it is. We've put
That's
so
the
much
difference
emphasis.
between religion and church. There's
But I'm
religion
saying,
and there's church.
but you're still in one church. I'm just saying overall,
Well, everybody has their own way of showing respect. That's to each their own. I choose to do.
I think you're making my point. I think you're talking about a bigger thing of our need to be respectful, be good to other ones of us. That's not
There's a general
traditionally
theme.
God.
There's a general theme throughout most religions of be respectful to each other and treat everybody the way you'd want to be treated. I feel like that's the golden rule. That's what Jesus taught, and that's what we should live by. Treat everybody the way you'd want to be treated.
But is there you ever hear the collective, this idea, why one of the reasons why concerts are so great is the music obviously would be the main thing, but also the ability that there are people because you hear the song, you can hear a concert, right? If you listen to a concert recording, you're experiencing the same thing basically, but the thing of being there and with the other people, that's the special part of it. That there's a higher power, like AA, they talk about that. They're all together, the meeting, there's support there, there's something to us gathering together. And
we are gathered together. We're a species that.
But that's what I'm
whether
saying.
We're physically gathered together or not, we're all part of the same species.
I feel like this is going to be brutal to rewatch when this is all over.
No, whether we're physically gathered in the same space or not, we're all the same species. We're all human.
This show was probably only good if we told everybody to partake with us in the beginning. I think that's the only way this is going to be good.
If you're of legal age and it's legal for you to do.
Yeah. But but that's what I'm saying. Like, what if it's not God, Jesus, Holy Spirit? What if it's all of us coming together that creates this higher power essence thing?
If that's what you believe, then go for it. That's your freedom to believe that. But my take on it is what has been passed down. It's something that has textual context. It's something
but how do you explain Judaism, Muslims?
It's all related.
Islam?
All of it's related. It's just branched off. The one that I'm in, Christianity,
right,
is it's all.
But that's what I'm saying. But I feel like we're both making the same point. You're saying there are other religions.
We all generically believe the same thing, that there's.
Would. Okay, but I'm saying, so you admit that let's say there's 5 religions. I know there's more.
Right.
Okay, and you believe that God exists and religion exists, correct?
Right.
So then one of them can be true and the other four have to be false.
No, I believe that each one. I mean, I don't believe that we all four of us, well, all five religions. I know there's more. Have it 100% nailed. I don't. I mean, I think it's impossible for us to understand
But
all.
one religion, every other religion besides yours says Jesus wasn't the Son of Man, God.
That's the part that I
Equal
believe.
rights,
That
ladies.
part.
I said God instead of man. There you go.
I believe that's my part of my religion that I believe. But we all have this, there's similarities in all religions. There's a God, treat each other right, people have rights, all this stuff that
I think
there
that was a
are
little. I
similarities.
think you threw the Constitution in there. I'm just saying.
No.
You snuck the
People have-
Constitution in.
No. I don't mean
the Ten
rights. I mean like
Commandments.
free will and just inherent, it's inherent things that we have as people. That I think that all religions
you
have
literally
similarities.
rename one commandment, another commandment, and the Constitution. That's just what you did.
I didn't say the Constitution. I said, all right, you're obviously high. But what I'm saying is, all religions, I feel, touch
There's like
on
a quarter in
something similar, and I feel mine is the one that I hold closer to my heart because it speaks to me, and I relate to it, and I know the most.
Yeah, I know. I get it. You believe in what you believe in. I'm not disputing that.
Right, but I do appreciate the other religions.
But what
and
if there's
realize that,
right?
that
So there's somebody who doesn't believe in that.
That's okay.
Let's Jewish Frank, like Bizarro Superman and Bizarro Superman. Jewish Frank, and he goes, "There is no Jesus wasn't the Son of God." And you're like, "Yeah, he is." One of you has to be wrong.
That's true.
So you're just saying mine is better than the other guys.
I'm not saying better or worse.
Yes,
saying
you are. You're saying he's wrong. I'm right.
That doesn't mean better or worse. I'm saying what I believe in is what I believe in, but what you believe in is what you believe in. It doesn't mean one is better than the other.
But we just
it means one's different
established
than the other.
I know, but we just established that you think your answer is correct,
Yes.
and the Jewish guy is wrong.
Okay. What's your point?
My point is what gives you the right to be like, mine's clearly right. You both haven't met Jesus. You both haven't been able to confirm.
I'm not telling anybody who's Jewish.
But you're
I'm right,
picking your
wrong.
way. You're basically
I would
being
never impose my
tolerant.
religion on anybody.
You're being tolerant of other religions, saying
No,
they have
I'm
a
not being
right
tolerant.
to
No.
worship. Yeah, that's,
Tolerant is a word that I.
you're
Tolerant
being
is like,
accepting.
You're doing something that I'm just going to turn the other. No, accepting. Yes.
You're being
accepting.
You're being accepting that there are other religions. You're saying they have a right to worship the way they are.
Right.
But you're saying that mine's right. Then he's is wrong.
I believe that what I think is right.
So then he has to be wrong.
But I believe that some things that Jewish Frank believes it could be right as well. But I believe that I have faith in what I believe.
So we're all right.
No, we're all right, and we all have some things in common. I don't think that we all have it nailed. I don't think that everybody.
Agreed.
I don't think that everybody has it 100%. I don't believe that one religion has it 100%, because that's impossible. In order for one religion to have it 100%, you'd have to think on the same level as God, and that's impossible. You'd have to have his or her or its mindset.
See, you proved my point. You said his. Who says? That's just you projecting your shit onto him.
I said his, her, or its.
After you said his first.
It's a generic term. Hers, his, or its.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that frame of mind, and we can't, as people, as humans, we cannot physically and mentally obtain that level of thinking. So, do I think that I have all the answers and my religion does? No, I think that there's some flaws in there, but what I think, in my experience, I think, I've seen everything that I can, and this is the one I've chosen, and this is what I believe in, and this is something that I hold close to my heart, and nothing's gonna sway me from that unless.
As you're talking, I'm realizing why we never get invited to pot parties.
I
don't know if we're fun.
Who has pot parties?
I don't know if we're fun drunk high people.
I just think everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe.
I know, but that's not religion. That's you being a nice, tolerant, accepting person.
Why can't both exist simultaneously?
Because
I believe my own thing, and you believe your own thing.
I know, but this is like saying
I accept that.
I'm a Met. You're saying the Mets are better than the Yankees just because you're a Mets fan.
Agree to disagree. That term exists.
You believe no, but there can only be one team. You can't have two better teams.
The Mets might be better at RBIs. The Yankees might be better at who the hell better at what? Exactly.
Janine is gone. She's been gone for
Janine's been gone since God took her out of this whole conversation.
That's right. Since Frank prayed that God would take her, and then he did.
As soon as she was going to make a point, it was like, bam.
He was she was annoying the crap out of Frank, and he was like, please, let this person be gone. And
all I'm saying is everybody has a right to believe what they want, but I believe something, and that's what I hold in my heart. And if someone doesn't believe that,
lovely.
That's fine.
That's lovely.
There's nothing wrong with believing what everybody has their own experiences.
I know you're a good person.
My experiences has led me to this belief.
My experiences led me to this moment. I'm regretting every decision that got me here.
Do you regret being friends with me?
Right now, yes.
No,
because you won't concede the point. The point is
what's the point?
The point is everybody can't be right.
I said that. I said not every religion. There isn't a religion that has.
I know that's
100%.
the frustrating part. You admit that not every religion is 100%, so one is more correct or right than the other, but you won't concede the point that there can only be one thing.
What if there isn't one thing? What if what you believe? What if here's a mind-blowing thought for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're into all these different dimensions and all this stuff. What if what you believe defines who's in control? Like if you believe in Buddha, or if you believe in Allah, or if you believe in whatever God you believe in, that's what your afterlife holds for you. If you believe in reincarnation, then you're reincarnated. If you believe in Jesus, then you live forever in his kingdom. If you believe in this, then what if that's the case? What if what you believe defines your outcome?
That is all based on you, though, not.
Yeah. What if that's the case?
That goes back to my thing before of like there's a higher power and we all get that from one another thing that we did.
Yeah, but what if everybody? What if the rules are written?
But that's not Jesus. That's not. There's a Father and a Son and a Holy Spirit. That's not that.
That's what I believe. And what if that's my belief? And my belief dictates my afterlife.
Oh, I see.
But what if you believe what if you're Jewish and your Jewish beliefs dictate your afterlife?
I'm so lost.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there's no way to understand there's no way to fully grasp the answers because we don't have them. There's no way to fully grasp it. We could say, yes, I believe in science as well. I do. Absolutely. Science is great. We know what we're doing. We have a handle on a lot of things. But I also believe in religion. I believe God exists. I believe that he put us all in motion. And I believe we're doing what we're supposed to do. And in the end, we'll have a purpose. That's what I believe.
I don't know. I think that there's something there that we can't even fathom.
Absolutely. That's what I believe God is. We can't fathom what God is. Whatever you see, I'm calling the afterlife and person in control God. You might say it's an entity that you can't understand. But just because we're calling it two different things doesn't mean it's not the same thing. Does that make sense?
I kind of feel like you're making my point now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
confirms that
believe
this is a 420 show for sure.
I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. That's my religion. You believe what? I don't even know what I haven't nailed down what you believe.
I think that it's crazy I think it's crazy for like an adult like human being to believe a made up story that other adults just kind of told. But at the same time, I can't explain so many things that I feel like it's still there. But here's the thing. I don't know. I can't even trust myself enough to get out from under the fact that that was just the seed that was planted in me because my mom and dad told me, and then all the authority figures told me. So I don't even know if that's part of that or if that's just legitimately how I feel.
Well, if you forget about what you were taught and you're going off of what you feel like, you don't know what's going on. Do you think there's a higher, something that we can't see that is like on another level?
It's possible, but I can't tell if that's just the basis of what I was taught coming out in my answer, or if that's really how it could be. Does that make sense?
Yes, but do you
think like when we're born, we're a blank canvas, and once we start getting paint on us, now we're entirely different. If you're born and I tell you that this orange thing is blue, and then 20 years go by and somebody goes, "That's not blue, that's orange," you're going to think they're crazy, when in fact it's orange. But you can't get outside of the fact that that this is blue because that's what you were brought up in, just like in religion. So I don't know if it's that.
Yes. However, the examples are not as clear cut as that. Religion and that microphone thing are not so cut and dry.
Why? It's an example. It's just an example.
Because it's something, but it's a flawed example, because what happened 2,000 years ago and that microphone thing are two different examples that I could look at that microphone now. I can't look at what happened 2,000 years ago, except at what I know.
But it's the same scenario. It's the same scenario. You were told something. I'm just saying, forget religion and microphones. You were told something.
Yeah.
You believe that to be true.
Yeah.
What makes that true? Certification from other people.
Certification from other people. The written word. The things that.
What's the written word? That's certification from other people. That's somebody else writing it down, saying, "Yeah, this is true."
2,000. Yeah, it's a 2,000-year-old thing that we've studied and have gone through and can't fully explain. And there's that part of it. Then there's the creation. It's a lot of things.
No, I'm just asking you about my little thing. It makes sense that we could.
I thought you said forget about that.
No, no one thing to be true, and then it comes out not being true. But the only way that we know it's not true is if it's confirmed by other people.
But nobody has disproven that it's not true. Like the
what?
Blue and green, then orange thing, you could disprove right in front of me. You could bring up another thing that's blue and say, "This is blue. This is not blue."
Okay, Frank.
But you can't bring up.
You and I agree that this is orange.
Right.
Okay. If on this podcast we say this is orange, this clip goes viral, everybody in the comments says, "What are these two guys saying? That's not orange. It's yellow." Right? And then everywhere, Fauci, Trump, they're shaking hands, agreeing on the fact that, this is crazy. These two guys believe this thing is orange. It's yellow. Everybody agrees. It's universal. It's the first thing everybody has agreed to. Everybody, everywhere.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that? Everybody.
If
says that you and I are wrong.
If everybody on Earth questioned it, I would fight it, because I would look at it and say, this is orange and this is orange. And I would hold two things that are orange next to each other. And I would say, this is what we're talking about.
So they say those are both yellow. Those are both yellow. What you're holding are both yellow. And everybody agrees
then
again.
I would question myself. I would say, all right, my eyes, something's wrong here. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not it. that's not what's happening with religion. Religion, yes, there are different religions, but it's not like I'm making something up saying this is my God.
No, I was just making the point that what justifies how you feel about something or what something actually is based on other people.
There's a
Confirming
third-party consensus. Yes, there's that part of it. But you also know, like, you have your own experiences as well, and that's a big part of it. You know, you grow up, you have your teachings, you have what you've experienced in your life, and you marry it to stuff that you've learned.
Oh, we didn't even get into
Science,
30
religion,
stoner
math.
thoughts.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Can we do a couple of them? We got to at least do one.
Let's do a couple of them. I don't think we're going to solve God.
This might prove some of the God points.
I don't think the Anthony on Air podcast is going to solve.
My wife says she's feeling nothing. And by the way, this is my wife's MO. She'll be 7 drinks in and go, I could drive right now. I'm so fine. She doesn't actually do it. I'm just saying
This is on the outside right now, by the way. She thinks she's sober when she's not.
All the time. And now she's just standing there staring at me. And she's like, I don't feel a thing. What are we getting?
Ask her to stand up. Once she stands up.
Stand up. Yeah. Good point, Frank. Let's do a stand-up test. Let's do a stand and a twirl. She stumbled in the first second.
I did not.
She stumbled right out of the gate.
I did not.
Twirl around. Do 2 twirls. Can you stay up? Those are some slow twirls.
All right, I'm looking at the clock here. Have we gone over 2 hours?
Not yet. We got to get there, man.
All right, let's go.
We got to get there. I kind of got to.
Stoner's thoughts.
I need a tinkle break, to be honest with you. I'd feel so much better if I could. Can you hold the show down for a minute and a half?
What can I talk about?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Can you do it? Plug the store or Hero Soap Company.
Go ahead. Go take a tinkle. I'll be fine.
Here, let me put up the Hero Soap thing. I'll
All
be
right.
right
Everything Anthony said is bullshit.
Wait, I'm not gone yet. You're wasting all the material. 30 stoner ideas coming up.
Coming up, right when Anthony gets done with his tinkle. So, Hero Soap Company, you gotta go out. You gotta get this Hero Soap Company. We have the link in the description. Click on it. You save 20%. And I've gone to the site, and 20% is not insignificant. It's a great deal. 20%. You click on the link. You get a subscription, and you can get soap delivered to your house. And this isn't just any soap. This is great soap delivered to your house every month. You never run out. They'll deliver it to you. Not only that, you get the soap, you bring it in, you wash with it, you use it. A troop gets a bar for every bar you get. So you get a bar of soap. Troops serving our country get a bar of soap for everyone that you buy. Not only that, add on top of that Hero Soap Company, they take whatever they make, they take a little bit out, and they build homes for veterans. How great is that? They build homes for veterans. And on top of that, it's run by a veteran, owned and operated by a veteran living here in the United States. All of it happens in the United States. And the soap does not contain any parabens, any artificial crap. It's all natural. It's all wonderful. It's amazing soap that you're not going to regret buying. Anthony hasn't taken a tinkle yet. Have you gone to the bathroom? I don't think he's gone yet. But Hero Soap Company, link in the description. Get your Hero Soap. I got my There's no way you went to the bathroom. That was too fat. That was too fast for you to go to the bathroom.
Did you say that was too fast for me to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Did you go to the bathroom?
I thought I was gone for like 45 minutes.
You were gone for like 30 seconds. How did you go to the bathroom?
Oh my God, you're so hammered.
I did the whole Hero Soap Company read, and I thought you were gone for like 30 seconds. There's no way you went to the bathroom.
Felt like 45 minutes for me. I swear to you.
All right. Well, go look back on the tape. And
time is slowing down.
Did you go to the bathroom?
Yes. Are you for real? You're freaking me out now.
In the corner of your room right there?
No,
where the hell did you go?
I mean, it's not a far walk, but I went to the bathroom. I thought I was in there. I thought I peed for so long. I turned around. Rosie O'Donnell and Madonna were behind me timing it. That's what happened.
That's some good peeing. Did you wash your hands?
All the way May, baby. All the way May.
I don't think. He
Yes, I'll be honest with you. I did not give it the full 20-second COVID prevention treatment, but I gave it a little rinser. It was a little
All
rinser.
right, well, I did the entire Hero Soap Company read. You're good to go. Everybody who's listening is buying Hero Soap, so we're good.
I hope so.
We love it. Hero Soap, link in the description.
Can't say there's not a Jesus. I'm almost there. 99%
Say it
ready
again?
to
What'd you
close.
say?
I'm 99% ready to close the case on Jesus. No Jesus doesn't exist. Can't be possible.
You think there was no Jesus?
Then I can't do
Not-
it. Can't close the book.
You don't think that he even existed?
I think it's possible he existed for sure.
I think he definitely existed, and there's ample proof of it.
Well, a lot. I think scholars unanimously agree through studies of scrolls and such.
And of course, I would never push my beliefs on anybody, but I do believe he was the Son of God.
Well, that's the difference. Yeah, other religions like Judaism, they're with us all the way.
And that he was a prophet.
Yep.
Right. You got to respect it, but I have my beliefs. They have their beliefs, and
right, they're right, and you're right. They're wrong.
But the idea.
I'm actually the nice guy in this instance. I'm playing the role of Frank right now.
The thing is, agree to disagree, and that's okay. That's okay because we all love each other, and that's the point.
What commandment or amendment was that one?
What do you mean?
Since you're combining those two things.
Well, Jesus himself said when he was asked, "Which commandments do you find to be the most worthy, the best of commandments?" He said, "Love each other." The golden rule: love each other as you would like to be loved, and I alone am your God. That's it. That's those. If you can live by those two rules.
So he had 2, because last time I checked the scroll, there was 8. There was 10. Somebody added 8 to it.
Yes, but he didn't want to single out. He gave a great answer that covered everything. Kind of like George Carlin. George Carlin gave the answer in his stand-up. He was like, "There's 10 commandments, but we could whittle them down."
Right.
Jesus already did that 2,000 years ago. He said, "There are,
So you're saying somebody was trying to move some more stone, and they were like, "What if we made 10 commandments? That we'd have to get another side that's double now. We could charge more."
Sure, whatever.
And that's
whatever
how it
helps
happened.
Whatever helps you grasp this concept.
Yeah.
Someone asked Jesus, "What commandments do you think are the most important?"
Who
And
asked
he
Jesus?
said-
Super Mario Brother?
Oh God, that's insulting.
Was
And anybody who is on my side should feel insulted by what you just said. So
no, but
you're an asshole.
why does this happen? Why do I feel like I can poke fun at this and laugh at this and
You could.
believe in it at
Just
the
can't
same
insult.
time? What?
You can. You just can't treat people like they're idiots.
I'm not
Which is
treating
what
you
you're
like
doing.
you're an idiot.
That's what you're doing. Super Mario. You're welcome. You can't. You could poke fun all you want.
Well, you said
But to patronize-
someone asked Jesus, and I just wanted to know.
Yeah, it wasn't Super Mario. You asshole.
Was it April O'Neil? She was a reporter.
Let me know when you're ready to move on. I'm gonna for the sake of our 30-year friendship, I'm gonna choose to chalk this up to the gummy. I'm gonna let this ride out right here.
She had the yellow jumpsuit on and everything. Excuse me, Jesus. I was just wondering.
Oh yeah, I think it's fully kicked in now. You're gone, boy. Holy crap!
Jesus goes, "I know you. You're always running around with those
margaritas in the hole.
turtles."
What? I might be 3 margaritas in the hole, but you are gone.
We've been writing a great story here. Jesus
There
and the
we go.
Ninja Turtles.
God, make fun of millions of people's religion. God.
After all, how do you think Leonardo, Michelangelo got their names? You thought it was the philosophers that came first? It was the turtles, actually. Little known fact.
So the turtles what came first, the turtles or the artists?
The artists were named after the turtles. Everybody's got it wrong. Because they met when April had to do the interview.
No, keep going. This is making sense.
About what his
No, you're doing
favorite
great.
commandments were.
Keep going. You're great. Love it. No, you're totally making sense. Go ahead.
That's so funny. Who did it? April O'Neil? Listen to me. I'm going to go back to where you literally named one commandment, a second commandment, and then went into the Constitution. You were going to see that I'm right about that. That happened.
I said everybody has rights. I didn't go into the Constitution.
That's a Constitution thing. I don't think anywhere in the Bible it says everybody has. Guess what? Good news, everybody. We just heard from April. She was talking to Jesus. We all
I
have
might be
rights.
drunk, but you are gone, my friend. You are friggin' gone. Anybody in the comments? I apologize for this guy. Look at it. Look at this. You can't tell me that the gummies haven't taken full effect. You are freaking gone.
I'm gonna lose so much money because I'm gonna pay somebody to animate this story of Jesus and the Ninja Turtle.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I may be a liberal pussy, but I do believe in God and I do believe in Jesus. So there is a happy medium there. I think there's.
I do too. That's the crazy. That's the point I've been making.
Doesn't seem like you do.
No, that's the thing. It doesn't. It's so absurd and stupid. But
see, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't sound like someone who believes in.
But it still feels like it's there. I still can't say that it doesn't exist. It's not there.
So that's all I'm saying is there's a possibility. It's faith. It's something that you have to. I mean, if you knew for sure, then you wouldn't be someone who it wouldn't be a test of your faith. You'd just blindly you'd go into it and go, yeah, well, this is what I gotta believe. You'd have to. You're being. I feel like this life is a test to get into the afterlife. That's what I feel. I feel like what you do in this life gets you in or doesn't get you into the next one. That's what I feel. Good or bad, what you do defines how you're going to end up. And that's just live the best life. That's all that's the message.
Are you saying live your life? I think Rihanna said that.
Hey, you gotta live your life. I'm also saying umbrella. Ella. Hey.
I don't know, man.
I love Rihanna, by the way. She's awesome.
She's the best.
I mean, can we just stop for a moment and just... Rihanna is fucking amazing.
We need more Rihanna, like so much more Rihanna.
When's the last time she came out with an album? We need more Rihanna in this world.
Right?
She's amazing.
Who was it? I think it was Jay-Z or somebody. Like he knew she was super talented, but I don't think he signed her because he didn't know how to... Or it was like he couldn't like own her, like she was too much of a boss or whatever. I forget what he was saying.
Good for her.
It was super complimentary to her. Like he had to pass on her because he couldn't make it. I don't know what it was.
Control her.
Yeah, that's like how great she is. She's
Rihanna
awesome.
should run her own thing. She should be in charge of her own world.
She's got it. She's
a queen.
You know what's hurtful though? She did a song with Paul McCartney, and she will not return Ringo's phone calls. And it's like let's bury it already.
I mean, I don't return Ringo's phone calls.
Like if you were a musician, if you were especially like Rihanna, who's like younger, like if you're in the younger echelon, and you beg one of the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles, you got to answer that call.
But of course, but I'm saying like, don't you got to be the person that gets them both? Like you got to collect them all, like that kind of deal.
I mean, I guess you're not going to collect them all, obviously.
Well, no, but the two, just Paul and Ringo, the two that are still here.
That's true. It was great. This is a stupid story.
Because here's what I'm saying. I want you to finish what you're saying, but here's my point is you don't want to. It's cool to be the person who played with Ringo or the person who played with Paul, but the person who played with the surviving Beatles is the cooler person.
That's true.
Back to you, Frank.
Funny story. Just a side note. There was a reporter.
Let's make it the main note. Let's take it off the side.
Okay, main note.
Let's put it front and center.
Front and center boiler. Pot is boiling. We're throwing the spaghetti in.
Yeah.
So, back when the Beatles, all four were around and together.
The good old days.
The good old days. There was a reporter who asked, I think John or Paul, because the Beatles are the greatest band, is Ringo the best drummer of all in history?
Uh-huh.
The best drummer ever. And I think John Lennon said, Ringo isn't even the best drummer in the Beatles. Which is the best answer. I think that's the best answer to any question in the history of questions and answers.
That's great. I feel like I've heard that a billion times before, and it's still funny as shit.
It's the best. I always laugh at that. It's the funniest answer ever given to any question. I don't care that and the Family Feud answer. Where's the weirdest place you've had sex?
And the girl screams out.
In the butt.
Yeah.
Those are the two best answers in history to any question ever. Ringo's
oh shit! Wait, we didn't get to the 30 stoner thoughts.
All right, so let's go 30. Let's do at least 3 stoners thoughts.
Let's try and get through at least 3. Here's the article. I'm not getting any closer. There it is.
Yeah, I see 3 black lines. That's all I see.
Worldofweed.com. This is from. So.
Okay, reputable.
All right. See, I feel like we're gonna bust some God things here. Who decided the alphabet was in alphabetical order?
John Alphabet. Back in the day, he was like, A is first because it's A. You know, you got an apple. That's the first thing I see every morning. I got an apple tree. And B because it hangs from a branch.
Right. That's how it was.
C.
That's what he did.
Because I carry it back to my house. I go through the door. D. E. I eat it. It's food. F.
Thank God John Alphabet had an apple tree outside his window, or the whole thing would have been messed up.
The whole thing goes from there. F. It's food. G. Because it was good. H. Because it was healthy for him. And he's thinking all these things out, and he's writing
oh, please
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Right. That's what
I. Because he was in his house at the time when he ate it.
No, but it's a good question, Frank. Who decided?
Well, it all goes back to, our alphabet is derivative from the Greek alphabet and Latin and all that stuff. It all comes together.
Who decided?
It's an evolution of things.
Somebody put it in order, and who says they're right?
Do you ever? All right, here's a good stoner thing for you. The alphabet song is the exact same song as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Which blew my mind the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
All right, what's the second thought?
So the alphabet song is bullshit. LMNOP, like who? They got the raw end of the deal on this. Every other letter gets 48 seconds.
Yeah, but who remembers the rest of it?
Yeah,
everybody remembers LMNOP.
LMNOP. By the way, it's adorable. When my 3-year-old
drop my screen.
My 3-year-old, I'm pretty sure thinks LMNOP is one letter.
I think LMNOP, if it's not already, should be a band name. That should be our band name.
Yeah.
LMNOP.
Really should.
Ladies and gentlemen, LMNOP.
But answer the question. Answer the question.
No.
Who put the alphabet in order? I told you
already. John Alphabet.
And who's to say he got it right?
I've seen no complaints.
Doesn't that bother you? Doesn't that blow your mind?
Does not. Someone had to put it in order. Everything has an order, and it just starts with someone.
Why were they right though? What if they messed it up? What if he screwed it up? What if what we've been
who's to say he messed it up?
A B all these years is actually a C, and the C's a B?
That doesn't make any sense. A B is a B, and a C is a C because we all decided it.
You're being a B and a C.
You're a C. Go be my C, you A. Yeah, F and G. Fill in whatever you want there.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Next stoner
I
thought.
feel like that's the God argument. I feel like I made the God argument again and
I
won
really
again.
don't think you did, but go ahead.
If orange,
You gotta
oh
hurry
God.
up. I have Marsala pizza.
Okay,
Chicken
I'm
Marsala
sorry.
pizza waiting for me.
If oranges are orange, why are limes not called greens?
Because John Orange
I can't stand you. That can't be
Had
the
a-
answer for all this. Okay,
could be.
this is a great one. This
Okay,
is
what do you
so
got?
good.
Is it the sound of one hand clapping?
No.
Okay,
Are
what do
you
you got?
listening to this? What does water taste like?
Depends. If it's in Flint, it tastes like metal. If it if it comes out of our faucet, copper-ish.
What does water taste like?
What does an apple taste like?
Exactly.
Tastes like an apple.
Tastes like an
Water
apple.
tastes like water. We all kind of know what water tastes like. It's an existential question, like what is the sound of one hand clapping? Tree falling in with the woods. Do you hear it? Does it make a sound?
That's
Yeah.
the sound of one hand clapping. Well, I answered that in 2 seconds.
Yeah, Bart Simpson answered that in 1991. But what's
I
the
got
sound?
to it faster though, even though I got to it now. Go ahead.
If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Right.
And no one's around to hear it.
Right.
Do you think? What do you think? What's your answer? What's your answer?
I mean, a part of me feels like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it,
Mm-hmm. And no living being is around to hear it. Nothing with ears
doesn't
is
make a
around to
sound.
hear it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a sound.
Such a great fucking question.
I say yes. We're just not there. It's not there to be received.
Right, but
Because
that's the
sound-
question. Is the receiving make it a thing?
I think sound can exist without someone receiving it. If it's in space and no one hears it, because there's nothing. Sound is a matter of vibrating particles, and there's nothing in space to vibrate. So that's why there's no sound in space. But if something happens on Earth and it's sound and particles are vibrating, you're just not picking it up. Yes, I think the sound exists. My answer is yes, but I've thought about it.
I'm amazed you went with a scientific answer on that one.
I'm telling you, there's coexistence between religion and science. It exists. It has to, because that's how we evolve. I believe.
I think we have to give people a refund for this show.
Yeah, you get your $0 back.
Yeah, but it's like it's like playing catch.
Yeah.
You throw the ball to somebody else. You have to throw it. I'm sorry. They have to catch it. That's catch.
What's the question?
That's catch. If I throw a ball and there's nobody there to catch it, I'm just throwing a ball against a wall or nothing.
That's a different scenario.
So is sound the catch? Is sound the producing of the sound and then something else hearing it? That's the point of the question.
Receiving the sound is the catch. But something making the sound is the throw.
Yeah, but there has to be a receive. If you agree,
That's
agree
if you're playing
that
catch.
But you agree that if you're playing catch, somebody's throwing, somebody's receiving. You agree that that's catch.
Yes.
If I take out the person who's
Receiving.
it's no longer catch.
True.
Okay, so you
You
agree that
still
if
being made,
so
but
you
no
agree
one's catching it.
You agree A plus B equals C.
It's different. It's not as cut and dry as that, because you're throwing a ball, but no one's catching it. You're making a sound, but no one's hearing it.
Well, you're going to the wetness and and slicing wholeness to that. You're going to the cut and dry well a lot when I'm making a great point.
I'm really not. No, it's if a sound is being made, but no one's hearing it. A ball is being thrown. It still means the ball was thrown. It's just nobody was there to catch it.
So it's not catch.
So we call it something different. It's sound.
You just
still thrown.
We call it something different.
It's still a sound. We'll call it a noise.
Let me just tell you, I would have not wanted. You're the best person
You're the
to
most
have this
frustrating
conversation.
person. I remember. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story. I remember back in 6th or 7th grade. The two of us.
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
The two of us had a conversation in 6th grade or 7th grade. And I wanted to punch you square in the face.
Before you say what you're gonna say, just consume this idea for a moment. That our entire friendship is based off of us continuing that conversation.
Yeah, I think when we were on our deathbed, we're gonna be pushing each other like, you son of a bitch.
Go ahead. Do you want to say? By the way,
I'll say it.
It's so scary because we are still on the same side of that argument. You could say that this was legitimately, we're continuing that argument. It's the same thing of if a tree falls and no one's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. This is the same thing except it's not visual, auditorial.
It is, but I feel like you're on the opposite side here.
Okay,
I feel
go ahead.
like,
I want you to tell
argument.
From your side.
Now, the thing is Hawaii. Take the island of Hawaii. Right now, we're not looking at it. You and I are not looking at, we're not experiencing, we're not on the island of Hawaii. Does it exist? I say, yes, of course it exists because people are experiencing it. People are there. We know it exists. We've been there. But your argument is that since we don't see it, how do we know it's still there? And I'm saying because the laws of physics tell me that it's there. Right. See, I take the scientific approach. You take the existential approach, which is completely out of character.
What's scientific in the Jesus part? Where's that science approach?
I said I take the scientific in terms of physics tells me it's there. It's because people experience it.
Did physics tell you that Jesus was the Son of God?
Yes. Because of the things that he's done, the things that, I mean, if you're willing to accept what he said, if there are religions that say he's just a prophet, so why do you believe some of the things that he says, but not the other things? Like you believe that he says some things, but not that he's the Son of God. You choose to ignore. I just think there are certain things.
I'm picking stuff that I like the way you're picking stuff out of the Bible that you like.
I'm picking all of it. He says he's the Son of God. He performs miracles. He has this whole his story for me adds up. I think it lines up for me. But this Hawaii thing, for you say it's right now, it does not exist. But I have a feeling that if there's a person who's watching this in our comment section is watching from Hawaii, can vouch for me and say, yes, Hawaii exists. You're going to say, since we don't see it, it doesn't exist. That's your argument. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think my argument more at the time was like the door behind you. If you're not looking at it at that moment, how do you know that it's actually there?
Because my argument is because I just walked through it, or I can turn around and see it's still there. Physics, the laws of physics tell me
you kind of made
all right, physically there.
You kind of made my argument before. You made the argument I'm making right now. You made it before when you were like, God doesn't have to be, we can pick and choose, whatever. It doesn't have to be like absolute.
I didn't say we could pick and choose. I said, yes, we're all taught the same. We're all taught different religions. We're all taught, but basic at the core, in most religions at the core is a desire to be good. And the moral upbringing is there, but we all have different roots for it. Mine happens to be Christianity and in the believe in Jesus Christ. And that's what I believe. And I believe in his teachings. And I believe that he is the Son of God. People might not believe that because they were brought up a different way. They weren't.
What was the original thing we were just talking about?
Hawaii and the door behind me.
Was that it?
You said if the door behind me, if I'm not looking at it, how do I know it's still there?
Yeah.
And my thing is because I just saw it and I know that if I turn around, I'm going to be able to knock on that door and I know it's there.
Yeah.
Because of third-party perspective, if I look at someone and they tell me it's there, I could rely on that person because they're trustworthy. Also, because I know the laws of physics tell me that this door will not disappear because that's physically impossible.
I know I got a really good point here. I just can't.
You can't nail it down, huh?
Can't make it.
Well, that's the argument we had. For anybody watching this, Anthony and I, picture us, 11 years old?
Yeah.
6th or 7th grade. the both of us in the back of our classroom. It was like a free time. We're all just kind of hanging out.
No, because I like
and we were at each other's throats. Like, you're an idiot. Hawaii is there, and like
no, it wasn't. I don't remember it like that.
Not like we're gonna kill each other.
Yeah.
We were so adamant in our standpoint at this moment. It was such a defining moment for us. I feel
it kind of goes with my argument of you're relying on that confirmation from another human being. Like, you can't see the door, but if I tell you it's there, you're relying on me to confirm that.
It's that plus other factors. It's not just that. That helps.
I don't know what number.
Part of it.
What number of stoner thoughts we were on?
I don't know. I think we were on 1.
3. We were on 3.
I mean, how long is this gone? 2.5 hours?
We're gonna wrap up real soon. If you drop soap on the floor, is the floor clean or is the soap dirty?
Both. Yes.
No, it can't be both. You have to choose.
Why? Why do I have to choose?
Because that's the question. That's the whole reason for if you have to choose.
Something can be both. Something can be two things.
Towel
can be both wet and dry. You can
all right.
Have
Number
of the towel
5.
that's wet and part of it that's dry.
Number 5. Can you daydream at night?
No. You could night dream.
What's a daydream?
Daydream is daytime. You're awake and you're just wandering. Night dream, you're still awake, but we should come up with a different term for it.
No, you can't do what you just said you do during the day at 9 p.m. at night.
Sure you can.
So you're daydreaming at night?
You're doing something else then. It's a different word. I don't know what that word is.
No, it's not. It's not a different word. It's a daydream.
It's not a daydream.
That's what a daydream is. You just said you wander off. I don't think the time of day matters.
Well, if we're assigning words to things, then it matters. You can't call something an apple if it's not an apple.
That's what we do.
We assign words to things. So daydream has to happen during the day. You can't daydream at midnight. You could drift off. You could wander. You could imagine things.
That's so funny. Well, if we're assigning words to things,
let's just assign words to things. As long as we're doing that. I'm sure in some country there's a word for that. We don't have it. And Anthony's gone. I lost Anthony.
You're the best. I love doing this show with you.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're so
you could daydream at night, but we should call it something. I think we should come up with a different word for it.
Just because there's day in it?
What?
Just because there's day in it, we can't use it at night?
Sure. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. What's the next thing? This question literally has zero effect on my consciousness. I have no dog in this fight, honestly. What's the next stoner thought?
Definitely don't give Frank booze if you want him to admit he's wrong about something.
Name me one thing where I was wrong through this whole 2.5 hours.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's been amazing. You're on a hell of a run.
Damn right.
Keep it up.
Get me drunk and I'll solve everything. What do we got? World hunger? Just give everybody something to grow and we'll be fine.
All right, number 6. If someone dies in
their sleep? I know what you're going to say. I've thought of that. No, okay. What? You're never going to get this out. We're done. This is never going to happen.
Great.
He's gone.
This is great. You're so passionate, and here comes another one. If someone dies in a living room, is it still a living room?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is the dumbest question.
It's the same thing as daydream at night.
No,
it's the same exact thing. If someone
dies
in
a living room,
if someone dies in a living room, is it still a living room?
Yes.
Let me show you over to the living room. That's not what I heard.
It's not the death room.
Where's Uncle Tommy? He's not here anymore.
He's dead in the living room.
He died in the living room. Fucking ruined
Well,
the
you
name.
can have a funeral. People who used to have funerals in their living rooms.
I'm just saying, this is you're getting mad at me for the question. This is the question.
I'm getting mad at you for the questions. What's
If
the next
someone dies in a living room, is it still a living room?
Yes, it is. There could be absolutely no bath in a bathroom.
Then why isn't it still a daydream?
I
At
don't
night.
know. Sure. Okay, fine. You convinced me. It could be a daydream at night. Wonderful. Congratulations. What's the next one?
All right, number 8, to piss off Frank. If you smoke weed on a boat, does that make it seaweed? That's stupid.
All right, that's just being ridiculous, but that's the next one.
If you're in a competition by yourself, do you come in first or last?
Yes,
pretty
is the
good.
answer to that. The answer to that is yes.
If life is unfair to everyone, does that mean life is actually fair?
I'll say no.
Nothing is ever really on fire, but rather fire is on things. Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. Let's think
Hey.
about that for a second.
Hey now.
That's very true.
Fire is on things.
That tree's not on fire. There's fire on that tree. That's actually,
There is fire on the tree.
that feels true.
But would that fire exist without the tree?
No, it would not. That's why your sound thing was bullshit.
You're bullshit.
All right. Actions supposedly speak louder than words, but speaking is also an action.
Great.
Which came first, the plant or the seed?
Your mother came first.
The chicken or the egg?
Your mother.
Doesn't that mess you up, though?
Your mother.
That's a classic Campanella move. Sorry. Your brother and you both do. Did that come from your
mom.
father? Was that passed down from your father or your uncle? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yes.
All right. Whew.
Get your breath. What do you got?
Technically, the brain named itself.
Technically, the brain. Okay. Sure. One thing you said to me, I don't know where you got this, but
How are you glazing over that so much? That's so huge.
this is along those lines.
Okay.
One thing you said to me a long time ago, which kind of stuck with me, and I don't know if you got it somewhere, but the moon is the only moon named the moon. I don't know if you got it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I love that. I don't know why. I just love that.
I don't think I did. I think I came out. I think I wrote that. I think that's
It's a
me.
great one. I love that. The moon, it's the moon. And everything else, all the other ones have different names, where ours is the only one that's called the moon.
I swear to God,
We don't have a name for the moon except the moon.
I was in Mr. Gibbons' class. He did earth science.
Love Mr. Gibbons.
But we were in
R.I.P.
his room and we were doing something on the solar system for whatever reason. There was always like a short, like space thing in earth science, and that's where I came up with that.
I love it.
Because I was looking at all the things and I was like, wait a second, that's a moon. This one's got a moon. That one's got a moon, and our moon is called Moon. That's fucking bullshit.
Our moon is called the moon.
Yeah,
All the rest are bullshit.
I'm sure there's a stand-up comedian that came up with that too. I mean, that seems like one of those things that
That's a good
14,000
one.
people came up with.
If not, you should work that into your stand-up repertoire.
Yeah,
I'm surprised I'm able to come out with the word repertoire, by the way.
that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Technically, the brain named itself. That's unreal. All right. If you get scared half to death twice, do you die?
That's dumb. That's so stupid. Half to death. Who measures that, by the way? But go ahead.
That was 15. There's 30. Should we stop there and keep the other 15 for the next time we do a 420 show, whether that be
A
sooner
year
than
from
next
now?
420 or it could be sooner. We can do a 420 show whenever you want. Drop another one in somewhere along the line. I don't know.
We could do an 840, which is September something. I can't do math.
September 9th? I don't know.
Okay.
Shouldn't have tried.
Whatever you want. If this is running long, we could probably cut it off.
No, I think we're. What do we do?
We're getting there.
2.5 hours. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know if it's just because of the gummies, but those were some fun. April O'Neil interviewing Jesus is so funny to me.
That's all you.
Oh my God.
That was all you, baby. I had. That was not
You
me.
said someone asked him, and I said, who? Super Mario, which was such a miss. I hated that one. And then I thought, no, it has to be a cartoon reporter to be funny. And then
Of course
April
it
O'Neil
does.
came to
Logic would dictate that it would
I
have
was
to be a
going through-
cartoon reporter.
Tom Brokaw. No, that's not funny enough. Wolf Blitzer. No, I'm like, there's got to be a cartoon. And I couldn't get to cartoon. Oh, man. Fucking
You were the
April
only
O'Neil.
one laughing at that, by the
Oh,
way.
so funny. So funny. And I was going to do a part of like, why do we never see her on a TV station? She's just driving around with
Well, she's the field reporter
a TV van. How do we know she's not a psychopath making it all up?
because we've seen her bosses. She works at a regular station.
Never. When? What movie? I'm talking about movies only.
Yeah,
don't-
she
She goes into a
has her
TV.
bosses.
No,
Yeah,
I
she
don't.
works. She has the cameraman and everything.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that's how she's keeping up her lie.
And we've seen her reports on television.
Have we?
Yeah,
Yeah, you might be right about that, actually.
I am right about that. In both movies, we've seen the Turtles watching her do reports on TV.
Could all be part of her trickery, though.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
Where do we see those things? At the home or in the TV shop? that
Wait,
happens to be played?
But how do we know the Turtles are real?
Wait, I'm sorry. That's funny. How many times has that scene been used in a movie where the main character is walking down the street at the TV store and sees the big news on the TVs at the TV store?
Yeah, I've never seen TVs in a window of any store ever, by the way. I don't know any store that props up 40 TVs
Yeah.
so that we could all stand in front of it and watch it.
Only the ones in Times Square that are selling electronics in Times Square, and we know that shit don't work. Yeah, we know it.
Why are those stores like as bright as the sun, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know.
You walk by those stores, you're like, holy shit. And then you walk past it, it's dark again.
New York in the 80s was a hell of a place. A hell of a place.
Yeah, I was 5 years old.
Who went to Times Square though to buy electron? I mean, no, even up to
People who lived in Times Square.
when was I at CBS FM? Oh, 6 or 7? That's 14. God, that hurt a little. That's 14
You old
years
bastard.
ago. Shit. But anyway,
We're
that's-
old, by the way.
That's not that long ago, and they still had one of those shops in Times Square with the TV. There was only one of them. There used to be like 40 of them, but there was, it's like the one guy that's left that still has like sale, like a big pink sale sticker, next to the old TV.
If you're buying a one-off electronic something there, fine. But if you're buying like a phone or a computer, maybe go to like a regular store that can hook you up with like.
That's what I'm saying. Who goes there and buys a TV?
I don't know.
It's like a tourist trap. I always thought like they would.
And what tourist is buying a TV and bringing it home?
Well, I think that's like the come on. It's like, look, that TV's on. It's like a 20-inch TV and it's on sale for only like $30. Like we got.
They don't have 20-inch TVs from wherever the hell people are coming from.
I mean, it's back in the 80s.
What the hell are we talking about?
Not the TV size that matters. It's that it's a deal.
Wait. Stop a second. What are we talking about? TVs in Times Square?
Yeah, I don't know how we got here.
What the fuck? How did we get here?
I don't know. I don't know how we got here, but it's time to go.
I think it's time to call it a day.
I can't remember.
Happy 420.
How did we get here? I remember going through my Ninja Turtle April O'Neil Jesus scenario.
Yeah. Oh, TVs. Okay, news. She was on the news, TV. That had to be it. I don't know how we're ending this, but I think we should end it.
Man, I think it was over an hour and 20 minutes ago.
If you're still with us, you're a saint.
You are as stoned.
Or you're stoned.
Yeah, totally.
It's fine.
Totally.
If so, enjoy that.
All right. This might have been your best show.
My best show?
You had some great singers in there. I can't.
Easy targets.
You go, if we're putting names on things.
As long as we're naming anything we want, however we want. I'll call this a frying pan.
That's so great.
Who says we're right about naming anything? I don't know.
That's well, you're making now. You're making people are probably going crazy. crazy. You're just making your hands point from 45 minutes ago.
No. I'm talking about the way science names things. How do we know we're not naming something that's already been assigned a name by religion?
What's 2.5 hours?
And vice versa.
Is that 150 minutes? Damn.
120, 150, yeah.
Wow. A lot of content. It's a hell of a 420.
Is it?
It's a hell of a 420.
It's a lot of time. I don't know if it's a lot of content.
I can't wait to tomorrow go. Let me go see what this was all about. I can't wait to watch this one back. Holy crap.
I don't know if I'm going to watch this one back. I don't know if I could. I might have to get drunk again to watch this one back.
You might. Yeah, you might.
I mean, I got to do a refill on margarita mix.
Oh, man.
And I am out of tequila on this bottle.
All right, I was going to give my opinion on margarita mix, but we don't need it. We just don't
You don't
need
like margarita mix?
it's not the
It's
same
the
as...
easy way out.
Well, I know it's idiot, but it's so... When you get it fresh, oh, my God, is it good.
I've had fresh margaritas without the mix, like from a bar and from a restaurant.
Yeah.
So they sometimes they overdo it on one ingredient. This is a hit every time.
What ingredient? The smoked paprika?
Maybe. Do they use smoked paprika in any drink?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments if you're still with me.
Have you put that smoked paprika on anything?
Since what we
The
talked
French
last
fries?
time about, I used them on tater tots. That's it. I'm gonna use them on chicken next. I'm gonna make like a nice baked chicken.
That sounds good. I was so right about crinkle cut fries are the best fries.
Crinkle cut's pretty good, but waffle fries, man, I'm still a big fan of nice crispy waffle fries that could hold.
It's hard to dunk a waffle fry too, though.
And something that I've recently discovered about PDQ, I love PDQ, and everything they make there is magic. But the Wachos, which are waffle fries with cheese and bacon and green onions on them, whatever they're called, I don't remember.
Scallions.
But scallions are seasonal. They don't have them all year round. I don't know why. That's a hit every time. I don't know why they don't have that all year round. I mean, if it's the scallions that are not in season,
know why.
leave the scallions out.
I love you. What the fuck is your problem? None of those things go out of season. Keep on the fucking
Exactly.
menu.
Why are they seasonal? It's fries with cheese and bacon and scallions. Why is that? Everybody
What's
wants
your
them.
fucking problem? Keep it
What's the fucking problem? Come on, PDQ. You want to get national recognition?
What do you not have menu space?
Bring it. Yeah. We're running out of space on the menu. We got to take out the Wachos. They still have waffle fries, but they don't have Wachos, which is just insane to me.
Bacon for the cheeseburgers, fucking cheese.
Like you have waffle fries, yes. You have
Every
cheese,
ingredient
yes.
is
Bacon,
there.
yes. Just add them. Just put it all together. I'll be fine.
Just the goddamn menu. We can't fit it on the menu.
Wachos. You don't even have to explain what they are. Just put the word Wachos. Whatever the price is, I'll pay it. I don't care. I don't need the price on the menu. Just put Wachos. I'm there. They're amazing.
We're sending this to the PDQ people. We're going to add PDQ on this one.
The problem is...
The best endorsement ever.
The problem is the people at PDQ have to sit through this entire episode.
Yeah, that's a problem.
In order to get to this point.
This
is the whole point. The whole point of this episode was to say, PDQ, fucking get on board with Wachos.
Why are you taking away our Wachos?
Don't take away our Wachos, man. That's all we want from you. I mean, we love the chicken. Chicken sandwiches are magical. Chicken sandwiches are amazing. If I were a chicken and I had a choice, I know I'm going to be food one day. I'd be like, you know what? Send me to PDQ. Because they make the best bird there. They're amazing.
What if they told you weren't good enough? That would hurt your feelings.
Oh, that would be bad. If they said, you know what? You're going to be some kind of low-grade sausage and some kind of
Listen,
supermarket.
KFC, I know you want to be on the big line, but you're down the road.
I mean, if I need 11 herbs and spices to beef up my taste, then there's a problem with me from the beginning.
Oh, man.
But PDQ, they know what they're doing there.
You love PDQ. When did we go to PDQ?
It's so good.
Was it?
We went there over the... No. When was it? We're in April now.
When did we go to PDQ?
It had to be a few months ago. Maybe in December, was it?
When?
January?
February?
Was it February? They're amazing. I've had it since then.
I feel like every week you're like, oh, I had PDQ this week.
No. In total, I've had it 3 times.
That's it. It feels like more than that.
They are amazing. I'm telling you, for fast food, it doesn't, their chicken sandwiches, you get it's like a whole breast of chicken. It's not like just a slice of something thin, cheap thing. It's quality. I'm not, trying to get like advertising here or anything. They're not paying me to say anything. I'm a huge fan. They're quality stuff. Everything I've had there so far has been really good.
Mm.
I would tell you if something was bad. I can't. It's all been good. It's my honest opinion. My wife does the same thing. She's been there. She's had it twice. I've had it 3 times. And
I want it right now. All I can think about is how great some PDQ would be. Right,
so good. The sandwiches. It's a sandwich, and the breast of chicken that they put in there is huge. And it's like because it's a real breast. It's not like a processed.
All right, easy with the breast thing. Come on, Biden. We get
breast.
It. It's a little too. It's getting weird. You're saying it a weird way.
I like the breast.
It's creepy. That garlic aioli sauce was something else, though. That's.
Oh, they have a new sauce, by the way, a PDQ sauce.
They had a PDQ sauce when we were there.
No, they had like 6 sauces. If we go back to the tape, it was like 6 different sauces, but they didn't have a signature PDQ sauce.
Is that right?
Because I remember we were comparing it.
I think that's in my review. It's like the Chick-fil-A sauce is amazing.
Right.
That's what they don't have.
There was no, because we were comparing it to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has their own sauce, but PDQ now all of a sudden has a PDQ sauce, and I tried it. It's great. It's good. It's really good. They know what they're doing.
Is it like the Chick-fil-A sauce? Is it like an orangey color, or what color is it?
If I remember, yeah, it's like an orangey, like a sriracha kind of. It's got like bits of something peppers, I guess. In there.
Is it like the Chick-fil-A
spicy
sauce?
I don't know the Chick-fil-A. I'm not familiar with it too much, the Chick-fil-A sauce, but it's like an orangey.
Well, Frank, we're going to have to do a test then.
Oh, it's good stuff. I have no problem going back to PDQ.
Let's go right now.
If they're open, let's go.
I feel like the kid in Jerry Maguire. Let's go to the zoo. Let's go right now. Ray, the fucking PDQ is closed.
Human head weighs 8 pounds.
That kid was cute as hell. Whatever happened to him?
He stops being cute, I think.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. It only lasts so long.
They don't make it out there, okay?
They don't what now?
They don't. The child actors don't do well out there.
I feel like there's got to be a percentage. Like, what's the percentage of child actor that comes out of being a child actor, becomes an adult, and is well adjusted? It's got to be like 10%.
Some of them are getting smarter though. Like, who's the guy that was who's in Vince Vaughn's crew? He's always the kid actor. He's the Christmas. Wasn't he in the Christmas Story?
Oh, I don't know.
He always has a minor role in Vince Vaughn's movies, but he started directing the movies, and that's
a good success story.
That's kind of what you got to do. Same thing with E from Entourage. He was a kid actor.
Ron Howard.
And Ron Howard. If you transition to off camera, it feels like you're gonna be okay. If you accept that you're gonna do off camera shit too.
Well, then you got like Mark Paul Gosselaar. He's all right. He's adjusted okay. He was a kid actor. He's not directing, but he's still acting. James Van Der Beek. You got a few success stories with acting.
Van Der Beek, though, what the hell has he done lately?
He did the Bee in Apartment 23. I don't know since then, but that was a good show. Actually, if you watch the Bee in Apartment 23, don't trust the Bee in Apartment 23. It's actually a good show. With I forget her name, but she plays Jessica Jones.
Who's the guy you said before this guy?
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah, he just went through procedural TV. He just was on like put me on a detective show and I'll stick around.
He was on one of those, and he did something else. I don't remember, but he's okay. There are a handful of child actors that Seth Green, I guess, is okay. He's doing Family Guy and other things. There's a bunch of child actors that are okay, but then it's maybe more like 50-50 child actors. Half of them don't adjust well, I guess, to normal life.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's not an easy gig.
Boy, this thing is going to kill me. Who's the guy that was in A Christmas Story? Who's IMDb?
Oh, the kid from A Christmas Story. I don't know his name. He was in Elf. I don't know him from any Vince Vaughn stuff.
Right, because that's the thing. He's Peter Billingsley.
Okay.
Peter Billingsley is like he produced and he directed some and produced some of the Vince Vaughn canon. That's how he.
Oh, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
cool.
He
Good
stuck
for
around.
him.
He stuck around. He figured it out.
Good for him. And then there's the other side of the spectrum, which is like the other kid from A Christmas Story who did like porn.
Oh, is that right?
There was one like the kid that stuck his tongue to the pole or something, or one of those kids. He's like a porn actor or some shit.
Did you know that
so you never know.
Peter Billingsley was a producer on Iron Man?
I did not. That's pretty cool. He was an act. I don't know what his behind the camera role in Elf was, but he was in Elf.
Right.
He played like the head elf in the factory in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau, if you look at their, that canon, he's in most of them.
That's great. Hey, that's a success. That's a child actor's success story.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people make it to that.
Billingsley
phase.
directed Couples Retreat.
Oh, nice. Joshua Jackson is another child actor.
Pacey? You bringing up Pacey?
Child actor that successful, I would say. I don't know what
Okay.
he's been in recently, but
This is a great question.
oh, here we go. What?
What's the kid's name again? Say it again.
Joshua Jackson?
Joshua Jackson. Joshua Jackson going into the Hall of Fame of Life. Does he wear a Pacey cap? Or
Mighty Ducks jersey? Can he wear both?
what was his character? Shit, what was his character in Mighty Ducks? Conway.
Charlie Conway.
Is he Charlie Conway? Is Joshua I want my wife's in on this too. I want Frank's opinion and my wife. Is Joshua Jackson Pacey or Charlie Conway?
I say Charlie Conway.
Wow. You both said the opposite. Controversial.
To be honest,
controversial
I
ending
never-
to the 420 show.
I never watched Dawson's Creek at all.
Frank, you don't want to wait for this life to be over.
Will it be yes or will it be
You gotta watch it.
something?
You don't want to wait.
What happened to her? What was her name?
Paula Cole.
Paula Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Paula Cole's all right. She's still doing
She had
stuff.
talent. Is she still doing stuff? Good
Yeah,
for
it's
her.
occasional. She had that one and the cowboy song. Those were her big. Those are her two
Where
biggies.
have all the cowboys gone?
I don't know.
God.
I know.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's controversial. Why do you say Pacey, not Charlie? What was first? Mighty Ducks were first.
Mighty Ducks were first.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. You watched Dawson's Creek, you lying son of a bitch.
I never did. I
Yeah,
would tell
you
you.
did.
I never have.
That was I
I watched Beverly Hills 90210. I never watched Dawson's Creek.
That's embarrassing.
Not as embarrassing as Dawson's Creek.
I disagree. In the comments, let us know. Dawson's Creek or
Or
90210.
Beverly Hills 902. I never watched Melrose Place, but Beverly Hills 90210.
Wait, what did you say? Dawson's Creek or 90210? And what did you say, Frank? 90210?
90210.
Yeah, you guys are together on that one. I disagree.
Damn right. Why you say Dawson's Creek over Beverly Hills?
Dawson's
Dylan?
Creek was explosive.
Explosive. 90210. Come on.
All right, legend. Here's the thing. And because I remember watching, I didn't watch the whole thing. I lost touch with it after a while, Dawson's Creek. But I remember in that first episode or two.
My wife says yes. Dylan loves Dylan.
In that first episode or two, Pacey nails the hot sance teacher.
So you're a fan of statutory rape? That's what you're saying?
But that was a hell of a way to frame that question. No, I'm not. It's
I'll
idiot.
tell you.
I'm just
You
saying.
painted yourself into that corner.
That's like every boy's fantasy. The hot science teacher actually making that happen as a high schooler.
I'm sure something like that happened in 90210.
Did that
I
happen
can't-
in 90210? Never. They didn't have the balls to write a great storyline like that.
Yeah, but they had Kelly and Valentine. I don't know. So the other ones that are hot.
Oh man, Janine would. I feel like Janine would have been on my side with this one.
I think Janine would have said 90210 for sure.
Agree. I agree with that until I mentioned the person getting it on with an older person. I think that would have swayed her back into my favor. Because she
does
herself.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you
That's
very
her
much.
wheelhouse.
Thank you very much.
But I think in terms of shows and in terms of being legendary, 50 years from now, people are going to remember 90210 more than Dawson's Creek.
Listen, I love Charlie Conway for what he did. He brought us so much. He brought us a state championship. He brought us an
gave
Olympic
us a
gold
whole
medal.
And an NHL team out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a legitimate, real NHL team.
And I'll tell you who we have to thank for that. Charlie Conway's scumbag father for walking out on him, okay? He doesn't get enough credit. Charlie Sr., I like to call him.
What happened to him? Bring him back.
I don't know.
Guy?
But if he wasn't such an inconsiderate piece of shit, we may have never gotten Gordon Bombay into their life, and then we got an NHL team out of it. So,
have you watched the new Mighty Ducks series on Disney?
Case in point, sometimes, dads, sometimes it does pay to leave, okay? Might be hurtful at first, and subsequently for the next 20 years, but could be an NHL team in it for us all. So keep that in mind. To answer your question, Frank, no, I haven't, but I think I might put it on and see.
I want to check it out. I haven't yet either, but I want to check that out.
I feel like it's too old for my kids, but I feel like it might be the thing to get them into hockey the way the first one did.
I think if you show them the original Mighty Ducks, I think they'd get into it, your kids.
I have a hard time getting my kid to watch anything.
Maybe in another year or two. They might be a little young for it. But in another year or two, I think your kids, just like we were, we'd get into it.
Yeah, well, then he'll be like 8, which is what the show is made. I feel like the show is made for like 8-year-olds.
Not the show, the movie. I mean, the original.
Oh, the movie. I see. Yeah.
They'd get into it.
Yeah.
In another year or so, because it's for kids, but adults. I love it. We watched it. My wife and I watched it a week or two ago. The original Mighty Ducks. It's still great.
Oh, it holds up a billion %.
Fantastic. And the second one, we watched both of them.
It's so good.
The third one,
can't take my scholarship from. Wait, no. Second one was the Junior Youth Games or whatever they called it. It wasn't. Well, it was Olympics.
Yeah, Junior Olympics or something like that. But the third one, you take Gordon Bombay out of it. What are we really doing working with him?
I know, but it was weird because he was out of it, but he was still kind of in it.
That's why it was like not.
I feel like there's a story behind that one.
Yeah, they were in college, and to be fair, I liked the realistic take on hockey that they like how the flying V didn't really work in real life, and they had to work on defense.
That's genius because all the kids that fell for that shit in the first one, 7 years later or whatever, they're adults and you're like, "Oh, fine, thank you."
As real hockey players, Anthony and I can relate. The flying V is bullshit.
Yeah.
No one is falling for that.
It's fucking offsides, for Christ's sake. It's basic.
Yeah, it's offsides, and to group all your players in one spot. What happened in the Mighty Ducks? I think in D2, they just got plowed, and then it was like a 4-0.
But I will tell you this: the end of the Mighty Ducks 3, I'm going to get judged hard for this.
I don't remember the end of 3.
I'm regretting this right now. But the end of Mighty Ducks 3. Remember, they win and they bet the school's name on because they want to be the Mighty Ducks as the junior varsity team, and the varsity team wants them to respect the tradition of Eden East.
Vaguely, okay.
And Charlie Conway, the legend, who goes on to sleep with a science teacher,
right?
He says if we win, the Ducks fly. If you guys win, I forget what their name was. The Chiefs or something. Can you look at what the Eden East team was? Hawks? No, that was the first one.
That was the bad guys in the first.
I want to say it kind of looked like the Blackhawks logo, but I don't know if it was a Native American thing. It doesn't matter. Regardless,
I don't remember it. But okay, so what happened?
So the spoiler alert: the Ducks win, and the logo is up in the top of the arena. And Bombay comes, remember, they have that moment, and he points to Charlie and says, "Look at the school crest." And then what comes down is the Mighty Ducks logo in the Eden East, like orange colors. It was in different colors. And that moment to me was like a triggering moment where I was like, oh my God, like the idea that one logo was like that green and they used the same thing but completely changed it. That's how I started getting into like graphic. That's what made me like from then on, like I was like obsessed with logos and
From Mighty Ducks 3.
from that moment there was something
I don't
mind
think
blowing.
Mighty Ducks 3 ever inspired anything. So this is a revelation.
Thank you, Gordon Bombay. Yeah, I thought it was a big moment of like, oh my God, there's something about that being the exact same thing, but completely different colors that just blew my mind. I didn't know it was possible.
By the way, Emilio Estevez, underrated. I mean, not only was he in Mighty Ducks, but Men at Work. What was that? There was that Loaded Weapon that he did with Samuel L. Jackson. He was for a while, in late 80s, early 90s, was the guy. And then he just like fell off the face of the earth until recently, until this Mighty Ducks thing. But I loved his movies. He had a couple of good ones. Kind of like Pauly Shore.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not like a traditionally amazing actor.
No, but he had some hilarious movies that I grew up with. Like they were good movies. Loaded Weapon. For anybody who hasn't seen Loaded Weapon, it's one of those. It's like a Naked Gun type of movie, and it's fantastic. It's hilarious. Check out Loaded Weapon. It's him and Samuel L. Jackson spoofing. What's the movie? Lethal Weapon.
Oh dear God, I think I'm confusing the.
Oh, here we go.
I said Eden East for this school. I think that's from Couples Retreat. I'm still in Couples Retreat.
I have no idea.
It wasn't.
I don't remember.
This school wasn't called Eden East. Eden Hall. Eden Hall. Okay, I wasn't far off. Eden Hall. But
I don't remember Mighty Ducks 3 as much.
They were the Warriors.
That was another thing. They were the Ducks who went to college and were, now they're the Warriors, and they had a huge problem with not being called the Ducks anymore. It's like, yeah, that's life. This is not this is not the Ducks anymore. Move on.
That's one of those things where it's like that would be total BS. You can't completely change.
No.
See, it's the Mighty Ducks logo. It's just in the Eden Hall color, so it's like red and yellow and black. That blew my mind for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, because you're a psychopath.
I guess that might be part of it. And this was the original logo, which is almost not even allowed anymore. So there you go.
Yeah, that wouldn't be allowed today, I don't think.
Disney.
Disney. Fucking Disney, man.
You can't mention.
They're giving me more Star Wars,
You can't mention Disney online without somebody going, he hated Jews, right? Like, he was an anti-Semite. Like that, you can't.
It's different today. Yeah, I know.
It's like throwing a rock and not having a ripple on the water. That's how strange it would be if that didn't happen.
It's not what it's like today, though. Today, Disney is a different entity.
I know. I'm just
maybe
saying,
Walt Disney was not.
People love to point that out. Or who knows? I don't even know. Who knows? Who even cares enough to look it up?
I don't know. Let's leave the haters in the past. Let's move beyond the haters.
Let's do that, my friend. We are the world. You know what I'm saying?
We are the future.
Yeah.
We are the ones who make a brighter day.
We're at 2 hours and 57 minutes. I feel like we have to cross the 3-hour threshold at this point.
I'm 3 drinks in, I think. Right? This was the third one.
Oh, you did.
I don't think I could do any more. It was like more like 2.5. This was like halfway filled.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that counts. Is this one drink or is this 2 drinks? This is a 16-ounce glass.
16 ounces, I think 12 ounces is a drink, right?
So, yeah, each drink was about up to here on the glass.
Well, you could have, I forget what's a beer, because a regular beer bottle is 12 ounces, and a liter is more than that, so.
So I had 2.
But that's a beer. You're having a straight-up mixed cocktail.
I have 2 mixed cocktails this full, and then 1 this full. So whatever that is.
I feel like things make a lot of sense, and then it ends, and then they don't make sense then.
That's called life, my friend.
No, but like you'll be talking, I'm like, yep, and then you finish talking, I'm like, I don't know if that made sense.
That's called talking to me.
Is that weird?
Like this whole thing has been weird. Dude, 3 hours. I don't know how anybody's still with us. If that people watching meter says anything other than 0, I'm shocked.
Do you think that people didn't get that at around the 2 hour mark we were just going to keep talking until everybody left? and stop listening and watching.
I think there are a certain group of people who are like, I'm with this thing to the end. There are a certain group of people who are like, this ship is sinking, and I'm just tying myself to the bed and going down with it.
I feel like if you celebrated as much as we did at the time that we started celebrating, this has been a great ride.
But if you celebrate, if you're a 420 person who has partaken,
Fuck, you just say what you're trying to say.
if you're one of those people who partake in 420,
Partoken?
did you partoken?
Parkour.
Have you hung around for 3 hours? I don't know.
Let's be honest. I didn't hang around for 3 hours. Remember when I took that
checked out
extended break to pee?
Yeah, who came back from that pee?
And I can't wait to go back and look at the timer because it felt like 45 minutes to me and you thought it was 30 seconds.
I feel like you were gone 30 seconds. Most 30 seconds. All I did was plug Hero Soap Company. And it was the same bullshit you say every day. So I don't think it was longer than 30 seconds.
Bullshit, that was hurtful.
No, the same stuff. It's all true, but it's the same stuff that you say. Good stuff.
I don't know.
It's all good stuff.
We did 3 hours and never really fully discussed stoner movies.
I feel like we touched. Did we?
We only made it through 15 out of the 30 stoner thoughts.
I feel like in true stoner fashion, we didn't complete everything.
Yeah, that is our calling card. I feel.
I think that's the MO of a true stoner.
Yeah, you never want
to get through it all, but kind of not.
Conclusions are boring and overrated.
Yeah, why jump to a conclusion when you could jump to whatever?
21 Jump Street.
If that helps you. Sure.
Well, since we're naming things, that was
You're
all
just
time.
gonna pick a name for anything.
That was all time. I'm gonna enjoy that for years.
We're just gonna assign names to anything.
Like, yeah, that's what we do. And when the ones that we don't give a name to, we just call it a thing. It's like we got it covered.
Things. I mean, who's to say what we're naming isn't already something named in a religious way?
I can't do another 3 hours with you.
No.
I'm exhausted.
We could. To be clear, we could, but we wouldn't do that to the people watching.
Could you do this? Could you do this for 24 hours straight?
I fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
Be honest.
I don't know what you. Yeah, I could.
And be careful, because I'll do it.
24 hours straight.
24 hours straight.
I could.
I don't know if anybody's done a 24-hour podcast, but I think that would be interesting. And that would be it's something else.
Like 8 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yep.
I think I could. I think I won't. But I think physically I could.
Would you want to start at 8 a.m. or would you want to start at 8 p.m., go 8 p.m. to 8 p.m.?
Depends on the day. Are we starting on a Friday night? Are we starting on a Saturday night?
I don't know.
Depends on the day. If we're starting Friday night, I'd go 8 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Here's what's weird about that. I could do it. It would be a struggle for me.
My wife just goes, go to bed.
It could be a struggle for me. But if we were playing poker, I could do that hands down. I wouldn't even feel it.
So you're saying playing poker is more interesting than doing this? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that it
keeps your attention more.
The time. So there's no time suck like poker. There's no thing where you sit down and get up 10 minutes later and look at your watch and 6 hours have passed.
I get that, but with poker, again, that's a patience game too. I play it, but it's one of those things you got to be okay with being bored for a while. You got to be fine with it, because if you're not fine with just sitting there and not doing much, if you're fine with that, then you could be a good poker player. But if you need constant stimulation, then you're not going to be a good poker player.
That's what she said.
It's okay.
Constant stimulation.
Very good.
He said constant stimulation.
All right, I think we've scraped the bottom of this barrel.
Right. I can't ever watch this ever again. I'll never watch or listen to this episode ever again.
It's timeless. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna have somebody just pull the clips of you saying, since we're naming things, And
So you're just gonna assign names to things.
and the audio from April O'Neil Meets Jesus.
Yeah, I think you're the only fan of that one.
Was it? What's funnier, Frank? If she runs into him on the road to Damascus, or if it's more of like a sit-down Oprah and the royal family interview? What's funnier for the cartoon?
See, again,
Is she chasing down the story? He's walking with the 13 disciples, and she just asking him a couple questions.
There's 12 disciples, first of all.
Before Judas comes over and goes, "Okay, April, that's all the questions we're taking right now," and puts his hands up.
Yeah, there's 12 apostles. You're saying 13. 13 would be with Jesus.
Chris Rock. It's in a Kevin Smith movie. Look it up.
Okay.
Sure. Or is it like Oprah and Megan? Is it that scenario?
So
He just comes on for a long and extended interview to explain.
It's whatever you want it to be, big guy. You name it. That's what it is.
I feel like the other legendary moment out of this is you rattling off the 10 Commandments. And
I didn't rattle off the
at
10 Commandments.
3, you hit the Constitution. That was
did not.
so great.
I did not. I said that Jesus said, "This is what you should do."
Jesus or Jefferson? I couldn't hear you over here.
Jesus.
Oh.
Someone asked Jesus, "What's the most important? What are the most important? What's your most important commandment out of all 10?"
Right.
And he said, "Listen, all you got to do is love each other the way you want to be, the way you would want to be loved, and I am your God. That's it. You follow those two, you're golden." That's it. Those cover. I feel those two things. Those are the gold. That's the golden rule, and those two things cover everything.
So, do I believe there is a God? Yes. Frank?
Good. Yes, of course.
Then it's settled. Then we can end the podcast.
Boom. Mic drop.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I don't know if you have, but either way,
I have.
I hope you've celebrated 420 responsibly.
Yes, of course. Be responsible. Kids, we probably should have said this at the beginning, but kids, don't try this. This is a little warning.
Yeah.
You know, if you're an adult, consenting adult, then have fun.
Was that
responsibly.
Who told you that? Jesus? Did you read that in O Magazine, the Jesus article?
I think we're done here.
That April O'Neil wrote?
And we're done.
All right. Thank you guys so much. AnthonyOnAir.com has all our links and info. It was a pleasure. And we'll catch you on the next one.